All right. Hello, everyone. Greetings and salutations to all. This is Delvin. I'm joined with Antariksh, and a warm welcome to everyone at MUSC Red Devils NCR. We are less than 5 minutes away from kickoff, and we are going to have a watch along. This is a watch along where I, Antariksh, will be watching the game United versus Wolves, and we'll be bitching about the game just like any other game, except this time I and Antariksh will be face to face and
Yep.
not via WhatsApp or an Instagram DM or whatever that is. So it's going to be interesting. It is a very crucial game also in the grander context of things. Just for our fans and the subscribers and our watchers who are going to be there, let you know. Leeds played a thrilling 2-all draw with Newcastle in the previous game, so Newcastle have dropped points again.
Yep.
Hopefully, this time we are wiser, stronger, and smarter, and well prepared enough to get capitalize on their mistake and go level on points with them. I think it is the least they can do, considering that they have another game midweek and we don't play until next week, next Saturday. So winning this game again adds a lot of significance. So Antariksh, the players are lining up at the
Yeah.
tunnel. So before we get into it, just a little bit about the lineups. Three changes made. Rashford, Weghorst, and Malacia go out. Varane, uh, Varane, Martial, and Sancho come in. So these are the
Yep.
three changes. What do you make of these changes? Do you think that it's enough against a Wolves side who I think at this point are pretty much safe?
They are.
So I don't know what version of the Wolves do we expect to turn up, whether they're already in for the holidays or whether they'd like to prove a statement. So I don't know what exactly, but as the players make their way out of the tunnel, what do you make of the three changes that Ten Hag has made?
Yes, bhai. My first of all, the elephant in the room, Rashford is missing. As we had expected, and
Surprise?
that
No, yeah.
surprised, yeah. So as I mean, he could be a big miss, but you can never say if enough is enough with United. I mean, on paper, we should rock them. We shouldn't. It shouldn't be a match, but as they say, football is not played on paper. So let's see, man. It's just about how we turn up today, and really good to see Rafael Varane back. Also, keeping my fingers crossed because I don't know whether like ekdam se uska aana is it right or not. Straight away into the lineup. But hopefully, Ten Hag has measured his things properly, and yeah, and good to see the three guys starting. I think the streak is broken now, right? Casemiro, Christian, Eriksen, and Bruno that
Yes,
they have
the
indeed.
the
Yeah,
loss against West Ham
yeah,
was the first we've lost
yeah.
in
There you go.
21 games that they've played together.
There you go. So now it's, I guess, 20-1. So the Undertaker. Yeah,
4 and
yeah,
1 if we count the
yeah,
draws, but yeah,
yeah,
20
yeah,
and
yeah,
just to get the poetic effect
yeah.
for WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about numbers and poetic effect, it's Mr. 3 Minute Martial who's starting for
Yes.
us. So let's see.
I Speaking of numbers, Ole is at the wheel today, but not on the
Yeah,
sideline. Ole is in the house. He's at Old Trafford,
right.
and hopefully these players don't think that he's the manager and play like the way they played under him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, they
And
have been. Well, they have been in the past few weeks.
three
They have
games,
been
yeah.
playing like it's all.
You you made a very interesting point about we should be rocking Wolves on paper. It was expected of us against West Ham as well, and I remember the
Yeah.
predictions that we made. Every one of us had United winning. You said it. You went straighter and said 3-0. Abhijit Bhai said
Weghorst
2.
brace.
No, you did not say Vegas brace. You went to say it, but you before you just calm down before getting
Yeah.
ahead of yourself. So
Yeah.
thankfully you got spared of the ignominy of having a pretty
Yeah.
spectacular failure as far as the prediction is concerned. I went on very boldly and said we are not losing or drawing this game. But at the
Yeah.
end of that game, I was desperately hoping that we would actually get a draw. So everything went pretty south up in that game. Hopefully, it's not the case this time.
Yeah.
We had a week to prepare for this. out of which 2 days were given as off for the side,
Yeah.
which was very crucial considering that considering the last time we had a week's break between two games was 7,000 years ago, and yeah, and we've been playing non-stop ever since. So hopefully that rest does a little bit of good
Yep.
for us. So hopefully it's a good game. We start off
Yeah.
on the front foot, and hopefully this time we take our chances, man. Because
Yeah.
all the games there is a very familiar pattern of us starting on the front foot but not able to convert. So I hope
Mhm.
this time it's different, and hopefully Sancho could be the one to watch out for. What
Yeah.
about you?
Who's
Who do
this
you
keeper?
think?
Who's this keeper, by the way? ये keeper कौन है यार?
Uh, the only Bentley I know is a car, so
Yeah.
just goes to show
ये
that
नहीं
I
खेला था
don't.
ना पहले.
No, it was Jose Sa.
जैसा हाँ.
Do you think
काफी.
they're already? Do you think they're already off to the holidays? Based
वही
by
मतलब I think सब लोग थोड़ा आ रहे हैं मूड में लाइक ये मैं देखा मेलियर भी नहीं खेल रहा ये लेस्टर के बाद
no,
पहली बार वो दिखा मुझे वो दूसरा कीपर
Iverson.
क्या नाम है उसका
Iverson.
नहीं 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 दूसरा लेस्टर के बाद मतलब वो टाइटल विनिंग स्क्वाड का उनका वो था वो बैकअप जो अभी
Danny Ward.
लीड्स के लिए खेल रहा है ना क्या नाम है
Robles.
जोल रोबलेस
He
हाँ
he played for Everton under Allardyce also.
हाँ
So
या
Allardyce wants to go route one. So Robles was his option. So it's
if you're
the
good
kickoff
with
is
your
taking.
feet तो एलडाइस छोड़ देगा
Huh. So we've started, and De Gea already has the ball, long ball. Not a
Yeah.
surprise there.
या चल रहा है
Okay, Bruno through the middle. All right.
हाँ
Pretty promising start this, and oh, block. I mean, at this
यार
point
मैं
Anthony
पीछे चल रहा
becomes
हूँ यार
you're watching through Hotstar.
Yeah.
Fair enough, fair. I'm watching through the telly, so I'm watching through the telly, so yeah. At this point Anthony's become so predictable. I think he has to find other ways and other variations to go ahead and
करना पड़ेगा
because for first season pretty decent season, but
हाँ.
then he'll have to find ways to use that right foot more and maybe be less predictable when it comes to taking a shot or something like that, because
the ironic thing about his cutting in now is कि अगर ये एक बारी उल्टी side जाएगा ना even his cutting in would become more lethal because then people know that he can go either side ऐसे it's sort of becoming the only trend available तो
Yeah.
हाँ
you cannot be a one-trick pony in the Premier League, especially if you're a winger. Especially if you're a winger, you cannot be a one-trick pony. I think not everyone is Arjen Robben. So
yeah तो हाँ चल रहा है ये I mean ठीक है again like it looks like वही कि like we're starting out on the front foot pretty well and confident है it's at Old Trafford maybe this confidence could be translated into goals at least
as expected, because it's home.
yeah
I mean, if you deep it, the last 4 games between these sides have all been decided by just one goal.
one goal
Either they've won it 1-0 or we've won it 1-0. At this point, I don't fucking mind if we take the 1-0. I just don't. As long as we get the 3 points, I don't care if we play arguably the worst football in the season. But if somehow we score one goal and we just deep it from there, I'll happily take the 3 points at this point. Like at this point, you don't give a shit about the performance. You only want the result. It's that time of the season.
yeah वो तो है ही वो बिल्कुल
But then again, another problem here is that with Rashford not there, who's going to score for us?
वही है ना मतलब अब रैशफोर्ड नहीं है बट लाइक आई सॉ द स्टैट कि वेगहॉर्स्ट सैंचो मार्शियल सबके कंबाइंड रैशफोर्ड एक और कोई प्लेयर था उन सबके कंबाइंड रैशफोर्ड से कम गोल है तो that sort of tells us the whole story and Bruno this season has been like the creator like he has sort of taken this
Holy fuck!
बड़ा पीछे हूँ यार मैं this is ये तंग कर रहा है मुझे आप
that was
20 seconds आगे
yeah, I'm a good 20 seconds ahead. That's a shit in the pants moment basically. Thankfully it wasn't.
अच्छा ऐसा कुछ है क्या
You didn't see it? Oh, that's
नहीं यार
DDG.
कुछ भी नहीं आया यार I'm way behind ओए अब आया
Yeah, exactly. No, then you're a good 30-35 seconds behind, not 20. that was bad. He almost. I don't know what to say, man. But yeah, that was a very heart in the mouth moment.
मत दो यार उसे यार मत दो बॉल मत दो उसे छूने मत दो
Yeah, I remember when Phil Jones used to be playing for us. Remember those
हाँ
days, the good old days, where he always used to take a touch, and his first instinct was
बस
to pass back to us or to De
हाँ
Gea. I mean,
या
it was always. Thankfully, that is reduced, but then again, it still doesn't do enough to give us that confidence that yeah, no, not too much,
डॉसन
too
भाई
much.
पेंशन लेना शुरू कर और घर जा यार ये हो गया है उसका
I mean, there are so
हाँ
many play. I mean, there are so many players currently in different clubs who are actually way too old, and but they're still putting in a pretty fucking amazing job.
हाँ यार
And Dawson's doing a pretty good job for Wolves. Then, I mean, the less said about Thiago Silva, the better. We all know how brilliant he is, in spite of being one of the oldest players in the Premier League.
250-300 million खर्च के भी it's like Thiago Silva who's ruling their back line मतलब who's the
That
only
man,
thing
that man has tasted dirt in almost every stadium at the start.
yeah
That one guy getting injured is just literally screwed Chelsea backwards.
yeah it has
They're as it is not scoring enough, and
हाँ
then they're not doing enough to keep the ball out of their own net also.
आज उनका भी गेम चल रहा है ना अभी नॉटिंघम के
There,
साथ
there, there, there are, I think there are
फॉरेस्ट
quite a few games going on at the same time.
हाँ 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 हाँ
We are not the only team playing at this time. Fulham Southampton going on, Aston Villa Spurs going on, Chelsea Nottingham
yeah
going on, and Crystal Palace Bournemouth going on along with us at the same time. All of them are goalless so far.
yeah
So
एक
let's see how that
एग्जैक्ट
goes.
बताना आपके इसमें कितना टाइम हो रहा है गेम में
550
हाँ
currently.
एकदम 30 सेकंड बिहाइंड हो एग्जैक्टली 30 सेकंड
Hotstar is 30 seconds behind. Yeah.
हाँ
Okay. It's first shot of the game. Ericsson screws it wide, pretty wide, and high also. So
right
pretty good move though. Wolves leaving a lot of space through the center.
okay
Ericsson is having more time than usual.
ये
He
कॉर्नर
could have.
मैकग्रेगर लग रहा है इनका कीपर कीपर
Oh fuck him!
हाँ
Yeah, so Ericsson is getting a lot of space through the middle. I think we could use that to our advantage if we chose to, and if we play a little smarter.
या यार ये ब्रूनो क्या बन गया है यार इस सीजन मतलब like it's so fucking
Ooh,
ironic
fuck corner. That
I
was a
mean
pretty. That was a
हाँ
pretty piss poor ball from one of our defenders. DDG couldn't do much about it. So Wolves get the first corner of the game.
ओ मेरे में तो अभी मैकग्रेगर किक ले रहा है तो ब्रूनो इस सीजन एटलीस्ट ये
He's been
especially
brilliant. Yeah, that's not DDG. That's not DDG's fault though.
yeah
That's
कौन है
I,
ये
I don't know who was the passer, but they've not replayed that also.
ये नकली
Oh,
आइसमैन होगा या वरान होगा पता नहीं
Dawson misses his shot. Dawson, out of all the people, got a free shot to take. Yeah, thankfully, it was
अच्छा
him.
इनका नेटो वापस आ गया है इसकी
Yeah,
दो तीन
he's
इंजरीज ही वाज गोइंग ऑन
he's
या
been very injury prone this season.
हाँ
He's
वही
had
वही
he's had two big injury absences,
हाँ
which have been for more than a month or so.
हम्म
He came back from his first spell, got injured again, and now
हाँ
he's come back again. So he's not had a
हाँ
good season in terms of injury.
हम्म
But then again, a lot of those Wolves play. Okay, don't fuck it up from here. No, no. Oh fuck!
अरे यार क्लूलेस हूँ मैं क्या हो गया
It was a 2v1, and Anthony fucks it up instead of going for the pass.
हाँ
It was a horrible pass by Wolves. We had a 2v1 situation. Anthony cut in, took a shot, and it was nowhere near target.
अबे यार
Didn't
सही
even
क्या
look.
करते
It didn't even look for the pass.
ओए अबे दे
He,
ना
he did. Yeah, exactly. He didn't even look for the pass. He went for the shot straight
अबे
away.
इसको अब इसको मारो यार, एक दो थोड़े, इसको बजाओ अब थोड़ा ड्रेसिंग रूम में थोड़ा
नहीं
ना,
था
इसके
वो
चांस
चांस,
वांस।
चांस था यार अच्छा खासा।
अरे
देख तो लो
सांबा
आगे
वाम्बा निकालो
पीछे।
इसका यार, हो गया है मतलब, ये पता नहीं किस चीज को डॉन समझता है खुद को, ये 3 फुट 2 इंच ज्यादा
One
नहीं
thing
नहीं
I'm
यार
noti-
ये
one thing I'm noticing, the number 3 is coming pretty consistently.
अपन लोग भी थर्ड फिनिश करेंगे, बता रहा हूँ।
I don't mind
देखते
that. I don't mind that 3, and I don't mind the 3 points that will come here also. So
और थ्री
that's
थ्री थ्री पीट भी होगा,
what?
और
That's
कहीं
not
ट्रबल ना
it.
हो जाए।
Come on, that should be a foul. Come on, ref. Still, Eric, they're not marking Ericsson. I don't know whether that is part of their game plan or whether they're actually unable to mark Ericsson because Ericsson
नहीं,
is lit.
एरिक्सन और ब्रूनो थोड़ा आगे पीछे हो रहे हैं, मतलब देर सॉर्ट ऑफ कंसिस्टेंटली थोड़ा
Because Ericsson is
रहे हैं।
literally floating in the center with acres and acres of space around him.
हाँ, राइट राइट राइट। मैं दूसरी किसी साइट पे चेक कर रहा हूँ यार, ये तो
क्या?
काफी पीछे चल रहा है। कह रहा हूँ मैं
नहीं,
किसी और
हर
साइट पे चेक
हर
कर रहा हूँ।
हर साइट, ऑनलाइन साइट में 30 सेकंड का गैप ही होगा फ्रॉम द लाइव ब्रॉडकास्ट।
ऐसा है।
इफ यू आर अनलकी देन और होगा।
ओह,
कोई कोई स्ट्रीम में 1 मिनट पीछे चलता है। यू डोंट वांट टू गेट इन दो स्ट्रीम्स वेयर इट्स 1 मिनट बिहाइंड।
हाँ,
See, again, we are again winning the ball in such promising
हाँ,
positions, but we are not doing anything out of it. It's the same story. We are
हाँ,
winning the second balls in the middle third where there is space. We are not capitalizing. बॉल ले रहे हैं, आगे जा रहे हैं, लास्ट पास या तो हग
फिर
रहे
वही
या तो
लास्ट
फिर
पास। हाँ,
एंटनी जैसे शॉट हग रहे। इतना चांसेस बना के क्या फायदा जब हम कैपिटलाइज ही नहीं कर पा रहे।
यही हो रहा है, हर गेम का स्टोरी सेम है।
अब
बट
जीतना है ही यार, बिकॉज अगर ड्रॉ भी होगा तो फिर लिवरपूल जीत गया तो फिर हमारे ऊपर चले जाएगा।
नहीं नहीं, अभी तो अब तो लास्ट चांस सलून में आ गए हैं।
हाँ,
मतलब
यहाँ
टीम
से
टू टीम में कितना फर्क पड़ता है भाई, कि लाइक वेयर इन द सेम सिचुएशन इन कंपैरिजन टू लिवरपूल एज आर्सेनल आर टू मैन सिटी, बट मैन सिटी आर फेवरेट्स एंड अभी हमारी यूनाइटेड होके फट रही है, तो टीम टू
हाँ,
टीम में कितना फर्क पड़ता है, मतलब ये देखो
एग्जैक्टली, प्रिसाइसली। Wolves also are not exactly bothering to attack. They are
ना।
pretty happy. They are pretty happy
हाँ
sitting. I think वो लोग आए ही ड्रॉ के लिए, उनको
हाँ,
फर्क
वो
नहीं
तो।
पड़ता है।
और एंड इवन लाइक इट्स लाइक अटैक भी यूनाइटेड को ना, अगेन यू आर कंफ्यूज्ड एज अ मैनेजर, अटैक करोगे खुद ही का नुकसान है, क्योंकि हम तो फोड़ नहीं पाते किसी को लो ब्लॉक में, तो मत करो अटैक। इट्स एक्चुअली अ टैक्टिक, इट्स नॉट इवन की लाइक स्टे इन द गेम, लाइक यू एक्चुअली आर विनिंग द गेम इफ यू आर कीपिंग अ लो ब्लॉक, बिकॉज दैट इज अ विनेबल फॉर्मूला अगेंस्ट अस। तो
Precisely.
हाँ वही।
They can spam one counter attack out of nowhere and
इनका
then
वो
they'll
कहाँ है,
get the
वो
three. हाँ,
बॉडी बिल्डर का है इनका, हुसैन बोल्ट
अच्छा,
और बॉडी बिल्डर।
बेबी ऑयल ट्रेवर है।
यस।
He's basically close. He basically comes on as a sub for Lopetegui.
मतलब आता है लाइक ही इज इन द
आता है
स्क्वाड।
सेकंड, आई थिंक फिलहाल तो होना चाहिए। आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई डिड नॉट चेक द वुल्व्स स्क्वाड।
मैं नहीं, फिर वो मिस्टर ओलंपिया की लाइनअप चेक करूं। फिर
या
पता
he's
चले
there,
वहां पे
he's
करो।
there on the bench, he's there on the bench.
अच्छा, ठीक ठीक ठीक।
They have a pretty decent bench. They have Jimenez, Daniel Podence, Hwang Hee-chan, Pablo
ओके,
Sarabia, so they have pretty good quality on the bench.
हमारे अलावा सबका बेंच गजब।
Okay, okay, but see again, no one there in the box. Such an intricate move, but no one there at the edge of the box to take the shot. How stupid can you be? गजब गजब फुद्दू हो यार, इतना अच्छा मूव राइट साइड से, बट लेकिन एज ऑफ द बॉक्स पे कोई नहीं, एंड देन वुल्फ प्लेयर ने क्लियर कर दिया।
अबे यार,
Look at the move, it's so fucking good. They did such a good job at there, but no one there for the cutback. What is the point? There are people who are actually surprised that we are playing well. I think these guys have not watched the past two losses. We've played well in those also, but we haven't scored. We have nothing to show for
वही
playing well.
दिक्कत है, बस अच्छा खेलते रहो. हाँ, nothing is
हाँ,
happening out of it.
हम आरसीबी बन गए यार. No trophy, no trophy, but winning hearts. What the fuck is this?
हाँ हाँ.
Gazab, Gazab, Gazab BT. Oh, okay. That's a foul. But, nah, okay. Bro, imagine it's 2023 and Diego Costa is playing as a striker for a Premier League club.
You would love nothing more कि एक Old Trafford पे goal हो जाए.
And he's got a yellow card, so there's no surprise there. The guy has more yellow cards and red cards this season than goals, dude. Oh, that was a bad foul. That was a bad foul. Nottingham Forest score against Chelsea. 1-0. Yeah, so Avani scores for them. It's only 13 minutes into that game.
Chelsea back to business. Relegation avoid करके एकदम आगे business.
They got that one result what they wanted and they're like, चलो हम अभी अब चले छुट्टी पे. Okay.
अभी तो इनका वो कोई है ना इंसान जो अभी इनका आना है, वो कौन नाम है उसका?
There are a lot of players who have to come. There is Malo, Nkunku, and then there is Malo Gusto also who has to come.
अरे हाँ भाई साहब, इनका तो
So
full ISBT बन गया है यार.
How much money have they spent?
सही में यार.
But one positive about Chelsea spending that much money is that they've got young players. All those players are very young.
हाँ, वो है वो
so,
नहीं मेरे को.
yeah.
ये जो सब अभी लोग हंस रहे हैं ना, I'm telling you भाई, एक गुड मैनेजर, इनका जो
Yeah.
स्क्वाड भरा पड़ा है ना, ये जो अभी हम मजाक बना रहे हैं, अगले 6 महीने में we'd be crying. ये गलती से क्लिक हो गए. उनके सेंटर बैक्स are some of the best in the world in terms of potential.
So are their midfielders. Madueke. We all know what Enzo is capable of. Then give Mudryk time. Then if they sign Joao Felix, then that's a different thing. But I'm not sure they're gonna.
खरीद लेंगे यार. उसको एथलेटिको नहीं जाना है. अब it's all on Chelsea कि अगर वो दे, and I don't think they're sort of prohibiting themselves of spending even ₹1. तो भाई Joao वही है, मतलब थोड़ा finalizing में अगर दिक्कत हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं तो they're full throttle in terms of trying to sign him.
That's people not understanding that that's a pretty good squad there.
हाँ यार, Broya injured पड़ा है ना अभी.
ACL. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for a baller, no matter what your age, to come out from an ACL. Not a lot of people have managed to recapture the same heights. So let's hope that he comes back proper, fit and firing. But then I think that the one problem with Chelsea this season has been that it's so evident, just like us, that they need a striker, but they're invested in every other position but a striker.
Yeah.
It's the exact same problem. I think we understood it a little late, but for them the requirement was pretty glaring. Imagine Lukaku coming back to Chelsea from his loan spell with a Champions League medal, dude. That would be the ultimate bitch slap.
Lukaku भी तो है यार.
Yeah.
रख लेंगे उसे यार, रख लेंगे वो. उन्हें और क्या चाहिए, रख लेंगे वो.
Imagine this: Darmian, Mkhitaryan, Lukaku, all three potentially 1 foot in the door as far as the Champions League final is concerned. Dude, I'd be so glad if anyhow someone manages to beat City, whether it is Real Madrid or in the second leg, or whether it is either of the Milan clubs. Dude, if they manage to do this,
वो तो prime importance है, बस उन्हें रोकना है.
और हमें भी उनको रोकना है.
हाँ वही.
हमें भी उनको रोकना है. हमारा हमारा इम्पोर्टेंस इतना कम नहीं है जितना हम सोच रहे.
Yeah.
But I was going through one of the Instagram handles of a friend of mine. So someone asked him, how will United win the FA Cup? And he said, by praying.
भाई यही है,
Okay,
अभी तो मतलब जिस तरीके से चल रहा है.
3 minute Martial ran 40 yards and slipped at the edge of the penalty area with the ball.
Oh.
You watch it, you'll find it pretty funny.
मेरे को यार डर लग रहा है यार, आज जब फिर से उसके लेके हम फिर वही कर रहे हैं जो हम पहले करते हुए आ रहे हैं. ये रहा आधा मिनट, 1 मिनट, 1.5 मिनट, 2, 2.5, 3. मैंने यार इसका पोटेंशियल ही रह गया यार.
पोटेंशियल के लिए वो अवेलेबल भी होना चाहिए ना. लास्ट 2 सीजन में इज barely अवेलेबल भी हुआ है बंदा, क्या ही खेलेगा. Both keepers have had nothing to do so far. Both of them nothing to do. Okay, they've kept it in play.
Bulls last 5 possession 81%. अरे भाई.
Yeah, they've kept more of the ball than us for some reason.
Yeah. ऊपर से ओली ने तो नहीं चिल्ला दिया काउंटर, अरे काउंटर.
Go out there and enjoy yourselves.
अरे मजे में ये नहीं देखा यार हमने कब से मैकटोमिने नहीं दिखा ना.
I think उसको बिठा दिया है. I think he also knows. I think he also knows, and I think the club also knows that इसका टाइम तो गया, इसका टाइम तो हो गया. And I think Newcastle are also interested.
वो तो 2.5-3 साल से इंटरेस्टेड. इट्स लाइक अस एंड मिलनकोविच सैविच वाला सीन कि वो हर विंडो में इंटरेस्टेड होता है.
But this time it is a little concrete, so I don't mind if we get 30 million for him or something like that.
अरे बाप रे, 30 million तो.
They have Saudi pockets, dude. You might as well take milk as much as you can. And Eddie Howe is pretty interested in getting him to St. James's, so let's. You can use, yeah.
मैं मेल कर दूंगा उसकी सीवी एक YouTube से उठा के, बेस्ट मैकटोमिने मोमेंट्स.
वो गोल जरूर डाल देना जहाँ पे
बेस्ट मैकटोमिने मोमेंट्स.
No, that's a shit. What has Varane thought there? You see this, you laugh. There is absolutely. My guy is on a different existential plane only today. Rafa Varane. Just look at it.
मेरे को स्क्रीन में बैठे बस फोमो हो रहा है और कुछ नहीं. उत्तरी. अरे क्या हो गया
भाई साहब, ये किस लाइन में आ गए यार. गोल के आसपास भी नहीं है शॉट. लप्पा खींच दिया उसने सीधा वाला.
ये हंस रहा है, खुद भी हंस रहा है. अरे सर एलेक्स ओली को नहीं दी जगह अपने साइड में.
Nah, he's not sitting at the director's box or something. He's sitting at some.
उसको नहीं मिलेगी जगह director's box में. उसने अपने सारे रिश्ते नाते को पता नहीं किस कॉन्फिडेंस में बोल रहा है कि I might be here in some capacity now.
उसको भनक पड़ गई ना कि शेख जसीम wants ex-players in prominent roles. So he's already put himself in the hat. But he's backing the Jim Ratcliffe takeover bid more than the Qataris. He's very subtly indicated that he'd like Jim Ratcliffe to take. He's तू एक बार आर्टिकल पढ़ लेगा ना एथलेटिक में, उसमें उसने very subtle indication. He's not been very open with it. He said it that it will be difficult because he wants to buy only 51% of the club basically, apparently. So so उसने ऐसे बोल दिया है indirectly. So he's indirectly put his weight behind Ratcliffe for takeover.
क्यों यार क्यों like I genuinely I don't know if it's the internet or anything else, but tell me one good point about Radcliffe, us for us fans, like एक तो point होगा जिसपे वो हम फैंस के सामने आएगा कहेगा आई एम बेटर देन शेक्स। हमारा डेट वेट कुछ नहीं कर रहा, स्टेडियम में पक्का नहीं पता डालेगा या नहीं डालेगा, ट्रेनिंग फैसिलिटीज में पता नहीं डालेगा नहीं डालेगा, कर क्या रहा है वो।
At this point, I think it is the internet. See, because
हाँ
the problem here rises from the fact that I don't have a problem if he does good things. See, I
हाँ
and
यार
Mudit bhai have had this conversation before also कि कोई भी business में या कोई भी धंधे में अगर कर्जा हो, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
हाँ
That
ऑफ
is,
कोर्स कर्जे पे ही
हाँ
चलता है यार बिजनेस। हाँ
हाँ, तो अभी अगर कर्जा है तो ठीक है। हम लोग ने इसका बहुत बड़ा बात का बतंगड़ बनाया हमने बेसिकली इस बात का कि डेट है डेट है डेट है बिकॉज ऑफ द वे दैट दीज
नहीं डेट
मॉन्ग्स।
बट बस ये है कि डेट किस तरीके से यूज हो रहा है उसकी वजह से थोड़ा इश्यू था।
हाँ, तो बट दैट्स टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स नो।
या
Having debt is a
दैट इज
having debt is a different thing. Utilizing the debt in what manner is another different concept altogether.
हाँ
So that is where people are not able to understand the line between that. So that is why
हाँ
the major ruckus is. See, if Radcliffe comes and does good things, I mean, see, his underachievement with Nice is justifiable, but then people also need to understand that it is just 4 years since he's taken them over, and
ओके।
and in this season they've made the
बट यार नीस तो अभी अभी कुछ बहुत बढ़िया करी थी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
in the time before Ineos, yes, they were pretty good. They were thereabouts Champions League qualification. They didn't make it though that time also, but
नहीं
uh,
इवन आफ्टर रैटक्लिफ नहीं किया क्या कुछ, मेरे को याद आ रहा है यार कि दे वर गुड
they were
एक
in the
सीजन में आई गेस।
this year they made it to the conference quarters. This year they got eliminated from the quarters this
ओके
season.
ओके
I think last year or the year before they made the final of the Coup de France, the
ओके
the FA Cup for Liga
या
basically. So they
या
made the final there. They lost to Nantes. So that is
ओके।
why people were a little pissed off
बट
with
ये
him
बताओ
because
सक्सेस से ज्यादा मैं ये चाहता हूँ हैज ही स्पेंट एंड हैज ही स्पेंट वाइजली।
this year, no, their approach, Nice ka transfer approach this year was by players who have proven experience. They bought the likes of Kasper Schmeichel. Oh, first shot on target, by the way. Bruno free kick, first shot on target. Comfortable for Bentley, but shot on target nevertheless. Uh, so this year they went and bought proven players rather than their previous model of getting
हाँ बनाना प्लेयर। हाँ
So they went for Kasper Schmeichel, Ross Barkley, Aaron Ramsey, and
अच्छा रॉस बार्कली नीस में है।
yes,
ओ
apart
ये तो
from
बढ़िया टीम हो गई।
both of them have been dog shit.
हाँ ये तो है ही।
Ramsey and Barkley both have been dog shit basically. Schmeichel
माइकल
has
को
up
मजा नहीं आ रहा, कह रहे कि
his
उसको जाना है, he
his
wants to leave
ah,
already।
but then they convinced him to stay, and he's been putting in good performances of late. Uh, so this season their transfer approach was pretty poor, but then up until the point before this season, they've been pretty decent in their transfer business. He has spent money. He has spent money though. That's the main crux of the matter. He has spent money.
ठीक है यार
But
देखो टू बी ऑनेस्ट मुझे नहीं है दिक्कत, बट यार बस ये है जो ग्लेजर्स का कह रहे हैं ना इसमें मेरी फट रही है।
देखो मेरा प्रॉब्लम ना एकदम अलग है और एंड दिस अ वेरी रियलिस्टिक प्रॉब्लम ना। ओके, जिम गेट्स द क्लब फेयर इनफ, बट समझ की बात ये है कि जिम 70 साल का है, ठीक है, नॉट वेरी यंग, and all the talk about Jim going for the club is on the assumption. I say assumption because a lot of people believe that he's not a United fan, but on the assumption that he's saying कि मैं United fan हूँ बचपन से, although he has a season ticket at Chelsea. Okay, let's see. Now he's saying that he's buying the club because he claims to be a fan of United. Okay, what if ये बंदा unfortunately or inevitably कहीं ना कहीं within the next 4-5 years after
लुढ़क
completing the
गया।
takeover, हाँ, the team will be taken over by the shareholders, right?
हाँ
It is so indirectly it might become another Glazer situation, not solely because of Ratcliffe, but because of the shareholders. That
यार
is that is my biggest problem with Ineos taking over. I don't have a problem if Jim takes the club and if he does things that we expect him to do, all well and good. But then you don't know what happens, यार. आज आदमी नहीं है, कल नहीं है, क्या पता.
हाँ वो तो है ही यार. मेरे को पता है मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये शुरू हो गया था कैराबाओ कप से ही. मैं उस वक्त मेरे को लगता है कि लोग मुझे गाली देंगे अगर मैं बोलूंगा, पर फिर जनरली वो ट्रू हो जाता है यार. जिस दिन हम लोग कैराबाओ कप जीतते लगे थे ना, मेरे को उस दिन लगा हमारा बेड़ा घर गया यार. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस यार. क्यों छोड़ेगा ग्लेजर? उसको हमने 20 साल सिर्फ गाली दिया, ठीक है. चाहे लोग कितना भी कुछ भी बोले कि वी वर होल्डिंग बैनर्स इवन व्हेन वी वर विनिंग चैंपियंस लीग्स, वी वॉन्ट लाइक अच्छे से इतना इंटेंसिटी से वी वॉन्ट. हाँ, वो जो हार्डकोर मैनचेस्टर सपोर्टर ग्रुप्स होंगे दे वर ढंग से. अब क्योंकि ट्रॉफी के लाले पड़ गए, बिल्कुल ही ना डेविड गिल रहा ना एलेक्स फर्ग्यूसन रहा, बिल्कुल मैनेजमेंट के लाले पड़ गए. तो अब जाके हम क्या हो गया?
Anthony missed a header. Good move again.
तो मैं ये कह रहा था वी हैव अप द एंटी, क्योंकि अब हमें कुछ नहीं मिल रहा. अब बात ये हो गया, अब हमने उनको 20 साल से इतनी गालियां दी, ये करा वो करा, अब जाके दे हैव डन दिस वन थिंग राइट, जिसका हमने एक्चुअली उन्हें इनफ क्रेडिट नहीं दिया, व्हिच इज अपॉइंटिंग. लाइक बिफोर, इफ यू रिमेंबर भाई, जब सोल्शायर गया था, हर इंस्टाग्राम पेज कह रहा था ड्रीम स्क्वाड, आवर ड्रीम टीम वुड बी रैनिक एज इंटरिम, एरिक टेन हाग एज फुल टाइम. और एग्जैक्टली वही किया उन लोगों ने, एग्जैक्टली वही किया. एंड रैनिक को हटा दे इसमें से, तो टेन हाग देव अपॉइंटेड फुल टाइम, सो दे गॉट दिस डिसीजन राइट. अब जीत गया टेन हैग एंड ही इज लुकिंग एवरी वे कि वो फाड़ने वाला है. अब
बट एक और गलती, गलती कहाँ किया है कि
सुनो. तो टेन हैग इनने अच्छा किया, अब जाके हम ट्रॉफी जीते. वी आर लुकिंग लाइक द स्क्वाड जो कुछ कर सकती है आगे. नाउ देयर इज दिस वुमेन्स टीम, जिसके बारे में आपने एक बहुत बढ़िया वीडियो भी बनाया था, कैप्चरिंग देम. तो विमेन्स टीम भी कर रही है. जब उसका वो बंदा अपॉइंट किया था, ही डिडंट हैव अ गुड मैनेजरियल रिकॉर्ड. पहले जब वो केसी स्टोनी गई थी, तब वो कह रहे थे कि वो उसने इसलिए छोड़ा था क्योंकि क्लब ने उसको इतना सपोर्ट नहीं किया. अब जिस बंदे को अपॉइंट किया, कहा वो फ्रॉड है, उसके बस की. अब वो जिता रहा है. यहाँ मेंस टीम वापस आ रही है. 20 साल तुम उसको गाली दे हो, क्यों छोड़े भाई वो? क्योंकि अगले सीजन हमें बढ़िया करना ही है. टचवुड, लोग क्या कहेंगे, ग्लेजर गए, इनके जाते ही ये देखो हम जीत गए. यही होने वाला है सेंटिमेंट. बट ग्लेजर्स आर लाइक देयर इज समथिंग कुकिंग यार, अभी क्यों छोड़े हम?
See, again, the problem is they have to now.
तो मेरा ये जीतना ही नहीं चाहिए था अभी इस सीजन. अभी हमें टट्टी होना चाहिए था 1-1.5 और साल की, ये बेचे कि अरे यार जाए यूनाइटेड बकवास क्लब, और फिर हम जीत रहे हैं.
अब मैं इसका काउंटर पॉइंट बताता हूँ. लास्ट सीजन, आई थिंक, हाँ लास्ट सीजन, up until then, okay, and we score. It's 3-minute Martial who scores. It's 3-minute Martial. And it's Anthony who assists it, I guess. Chalo. I think it's Anthony who assists it.
But टांग पे लात मारस. The two 3 men have scored.
Okay.
Bruno, बढ़िया पास Bruno यार.
Yeah, I think it's Anthony who assists it. He couldn't not miss from there.
ना इसको खुजली तो हुई होगी एंटनी को कि डिंक कर दूं, फिर याद आया होगा. आटे पड़ेंगे.
नहीं यार, क्षितिज को बोलो कि वो 2 मिनट नहीं 3 मिनट मार्शियल है.
ओ ये सल्यूट किसको कर रहा है साले? मैनचेस्टर गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल को कर रहा है क्या? किसे मार रहा है?
ओले को देखा होगा उसने. ओले को देखा होगा. So what I was saying is, my point to all this is, up until last year, Glazers, other team that they owned, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL, they were defending champions of the Super Bowl, and they had Tom Brady at the helm, who's arguably the greatest player. They had a shit season, and Brady retired. This time for good. He came back out of retirement for one season.
वो शायद अपनी वाला season.
But in this case, Brady is actually 45. So there's a difference there. So they had a proper shit season. They didn't make the playoffs. So Brady decided, okay, I've had enough of this bitch. I'm done. And he's retired for good. So what made them relevant is gone. Tampa Bay before Glazers were shit. They were good for the time Brady was there. But now they are back to being shit again. So that
Oh.
asset is not going to get them a lot of money, in spite of the
Ah,
fact that NFL being a show business and entertainment business and all of that jazz. All
yeah.
right. So with Brady gone, they don't have a cash cow, and now with United, they have to sell. They're too far gone out now that they will not sell. They cannot. They cannot back out from here at this point because media scrutiny itna hai. Then you have a crowd who's paying for your blood. ये लोग या तो क्लब से जाएंगे या तो जान से जाएंगे. इट इज सिंपल एज दैट.
नहीं जाएंगे
इनको
ना यार जान से यार, ये बोलने की बात होती है डेल्विन भाई। मीडिया शांत हो जाएगी 6 महीने डाउन द लाइन, सब शांत हो जाएगा, इनकी टिकटें बिकेंगे, ये लोग अपना पे आउट लेंगे। ये अभी लग रहा है हमें जान से, मतलब आई रियली होप, बट जान से क्या जाएंगे आप बताओ? कोई एक, बिकॉज आई गेट इट, मैं ये बच्चों वाला आर्ग्यूमेंट है, ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड खाली करो, नहीं होगा वो। 80% ऑफ टिकट्स वो होती है आपकी, वो क्या कहते हैं,
सीजन टिकट्स, सीजन
है ना?
टिकट्स.
आपकी अवे फैंस होंगे, आपके सीजन टिकट्स होगी, उसके बाद इतना कोई यूनिटी, देयर इज नॉट वन ग्रुप व्हिच डिसाइड्स ग्लेजर आउट। देयर आर वी आर लाइक स्टेट्स, छोटी छोटी स्टेट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ फैन ग्रुप्स। कोई इतना पावरफुल एक फैन ग्रुप नहीं है जो कहेगा नहीं जाएंगे और नहीं जाएंगे बची हुई 20% सीटों में। तो भाई if we win another trophy, or even if like kuch hoga, summer mein they sign 2 players, supposedly aap laga, they're businessmen at the end of the day, they do spend money. We shouldn't forget, they do spend money, like purely in terms of transfers. वो किस समय करते हैं, that's the problem. Somehow they do end up spending on a couple of good players. I can bet यार, हम फैंस ही इतने ज्यादा पलटू लोग हैं, हमारा एड्रेनलिन हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं रहता है, हम लोग ही पलटेंगे।
I do see the takeover happening though. Whether or
अब यार
not you have a different
same,
opinion, I do see the
no.
takeover happening.
I too see it happening, but मैं कह रहा हूँ, इन केस नहीं हुआ, जितना लोग सोच रहे हैं ना, ओए सूरज नहीं निकलेगा, कुछ नहीं होगा ऐसा। नेमार आ गया ना गलती से, people would be नेमार,
I don't want him.
नेमार।
I don't want him. I don't want him.
भाई यार
He
दीवा है,
he
दिखता है,
he'd be a bad addition to the
for
Premier
sure,
League. He will not
for sure,
work in the Premier League. The Premier League defenders will fucking kill him. They'll
actually,
kill him.
actually।
And with oh fuck, Casemiro yellow card. Like why? Just
यार आपने
don't.
कैसेमीरो फक्को मेरा गया गया।
अरे ये बंदा अरे नहीं यार, ये तो येलो नहीं होना चाहिए था.
ये आईपीएल
नहीं
जैसे होगा ना,
यार.
वाइड पे भी रिव्यू, इसमें भी येलो पे रिव्यू कर दो अब।
बट ये येलो वाला फाउल तो नहीं था यार. क्या यार, ये तो
काउंटर
इसको
अटैक, नहीं काउंटर अटैक रोक दिया ना यार।
बट लेकिन
हमारे
ये तो
पीछे
कुछ नहीं था
players
यार.
खड़े,
दैट येलो कार्ड इसके लिए तो बहुत सॉफ्ट है. फाउल था यस, येलो कार्ड नो. इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ रेपुटेशन,
काउंटर अटैक की वजह से कर दिया उसने।
और रेपुटेशन यार ऑब्वियसली.
हाँ वो तो प्ले करता ही है।
बट लेकिन मेरे को यही प्रॉब्लम है कैसेमीरो से कि वो ऐसे सिचुएशन में ही फोर्सेस द रेफरी टू टेक अ डिसीजन एंड मोर ऑफन देन
इसमें
नॉट
नहीं था यार, इसमें नहीं था यार, इसमें ही ट्राइड टू बैक आउट, वही ना रेपुटेशन।
बट वही ना, जो भी उसको फाउल्स हुए या येलो कार्ड्स मिले हैं, रेड कार्ड तो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर दैट बोथ ऑफ दोस रेड कार्ड्स वर डॉजी एट बेस्ट.
हाँ यार।
So, but you don't let the referee you don't give referee a position to make a decision. ऐसे टैकल्स करो ही मत. ये लालिगा नहीं है, देखो नहीं मिलेंगे ऐसे. देखो बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट प्रीमियर लीग में तो घंटा नहीं मिलेगा. तो कोई भी हो, dude, even Ronaldo didn't get favor calls in his favor, dude, and there were some genuine fouls which he had, which were not
तो
given.
उल्टा ही पड़ गया कि ये तो जबरदस्ती जाता है इसको, तो और फाउल वाले फाउल भी नहीं, he didn't get यार।
तो वही ना, तुम कोई भी हो, तुम प्रीमियर लीग, you know, cut it out in the Premier League though. So that's a huge. So by the way, Aston Villa also are leading Spurs. It's 1-0. So there are 3 games which have a goal in them. Chelsea, Nottingham 1-0, Aston Villa, Spurs 1-0, and us 1-0. So Jacob Ramsey has scored for Aston Villa in the eighth minute. So they scored before Chelsea, but I did not get a notification somehow. It's just that I seen it now on the ticker, so I came to know.
मुझे लगता है, ये मुझे वो लगता है जूड बेलिंगम लाइट।
Jacob Ramsey.
हाँ
जूड बेलिंगम लाइट बर्मिंगम में ही खेल रहा है, उसका भाई जोब.
हाँ वो तो है, वो तो एक्चुअल वाला लाइट वही खेल रहा है यार।
Apparently he is also good.
डॉर्टमुंड कह रहे हैं, वो भी डॉर्टमुंड से भी देख रही है कि आ जाओ भाई।
No, I don't mind, dude. You get good. I mean, Jude is a magical player anyways, and Jude
You see
is
it happening?
brilliant.
Any 10% भी chance लग रहा है United?
No, 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 no. We don't
Premier League,
need
Premier League
as no. He's going to go to Madrid for sure.
क्या करने
Only,
जाएगा यार?
only City and United have the money to buy Bellingham. If there was any sort of emotional attachment, then Liverpool came into play. But Liverpool have been open about the fact that they're not going to pursue him. So that leaves only two teams he's going to come to. He's not going to go to Arsenal for sure, irrespective of whether
यार
Arsenal want them or no.
क्यों?
क्यों मतलब Arsenal? I doubt. I don't think they'll spend 150 million. They're not the type of club to spend 150 million on one player. Is what I feel. They have the cash, but I think they'd rather spend 150 million on four or five players rather than get one. Because for Arsenal this season, they've shown Solskjaer finally. They've shown him.
ओए यार देखना पड़ेगा.
It's a pretty
I love
pensive.
the guy यार. मैं बड़ा
He's
रोया था यार जब वो गया था
he,
यार. I was so emotional.
I'd written a poem in his honor when he was given the sack.
Man,
Uh,
I'd love to
yeah,
read it यार. I'd love to read it.
yeah. It is on. I'll send it to you.
हाँ
But
हाँ हाँ.
I felt he cried, dude, in his post.
ये
In
रहा
his
मैं
post,
यार मेरी जान भाई.
he
Love him यार.
cried he cried in the interview after his sacking. Felt
It's so
very
good to
bad.
see him यार. It's so
It
good
is
to
it
see.
is. But he's not relaxed though. He
नहीं
knows
नहीं
Wolves.
यार.
He knows Wolves is a shit team. Even he's ended up winning only 1-0 against them.
I so wanted it to go right भाई. मैं किसी हद तक चले आता था, to be there, like कि इसको यार करवाना है, इसको
Actually,
successful करवाना है.
the one thing that he said, you didn't understand it then. I was one of them, but now when you see the situation, I think what he said made sense. He said that trophies do not define the level of progress that a team has made. You can
वो
win
तो
a
I
trophy
agree.
and yeah, you can win a trophy and you can equally be shit. At that
बहुत
point,
खबर यार.
I was at such a situation and I'm like, हम एक तो जीत नहीं रहे, हम बार बार सेमीज में आ रहे हैं और उधर से हार रहे हैं. Is it just a cover up to say that there is no a trophy is not an indicator of progress? And you can understand my mindset and where I'm coming from, because that was the period where we made what 7 or 8 semi-finals and a couple of finals and we didn't win anything, where we deserved at least a couple of trophies in those periods with the manner we played in those games. So you could understand where I was coming from also कि यार
Yeah.
ये तो कभी अभी बातों में उलझा तो नहीं रहा है ये वो.
हाँ.
So that was my thought process then. But then now when you deep it now, ooh, close. That could have been an own goal, but then Bentley saved it. Or like you say, B-Tech McGregor. Oh yeah, that was going.
असली
McGregor, yeah.
McGregor ही B-Tech McGregor है अब. यही है McGregor.
That was going in. That was going in
हाँ.
though. Yeah, that was going in. So now that you deep it, you understand that yeah, dude, this guy is actually talking a lot of sense. Like a trophy is not an indicator of progress.
ओए.
हाँ, it was going in exactly. अंदर जा रहा था. Okay,
Oh, I saved the ball. Oh, I saved the ball.
Anthony used his right foot. Surprise.
अब तेरी आयन रॉबिन को हिचके आ गई होगी.
Oh, great tackle, Shaw. Lovely.
यार बट progress, like what is even progress? एक और चीज मेरे को ये बड़ा डिलेमा चल रहा है. मैं बहुत फिलोसफी करने लगा बीच में फुटबॉल में. What is progress?
Arsenal.
Not in the 1980s.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yes.
Arsenal. But Arsenal is one club out of 10 clubs who've been winning, right? अब जैसे
Progress is
जैसे Chelsea.
Brighton.
जैसे
Progress
Chelsea.
is Brighton also.
I get that. नहीं, in a very sort of realistic sense, मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि what Chelsea do, that is modern football. Like pinpoint, that is modern football. काटा Chelsea जीता. Like I was thinking यार, I was ऐसे मैं पहले भी सोच ही रहा था कि like we're one manager appointment away from winning something in his first season. Someone like a Conte, when he gets it right for 1.5 season and you win something. Even if Mourinho को वापस लाते, even with this squad, he would have won a couple of trophies and then come 10th the next season. Like what is progress? Like वो old school मामला गया ना where where managers are supposed to stay for 5-7 years and win shitloads of trophies. वो वाला जमाना गया आई थिंक एंड हाँ मतलब लाइक यार कंपटीशन ही इतना है कि व्हाट इज प्रोग्रेस नाउ.
And progress is subjective from player person to
हाँ,
person, team to
agreed,
team, manager to
agreed.
manager.
Situation to situation, yeah.
Arsenal success could be United's transition. City's
Hmm.
success could be success for everyone basically. But but yeah,
City's transition could be success for anyone.
Chelsea's
अब
Chelsea's lean period has been Liverpool's best era if you deep it that way.
हाँ हाँ अब देखो अब
So
देखो एक और फिलोसफी बताता हूँ आपको. अब जैसे अभी ये ना ये हम लोग जो राइटर लोग हैं ना सबसे ज्यादा पागल ये बनाते हैं ऑडियंस को क्योंकि हमें अपना माल कमाना होता है और हम पागल. अभी ये जो जाओ कैंसेलो बहुत बढ़िया, फिल फोर्डन बहुत बढ़िया, हालैंड बहुत बढ़िया. आई कैन बेट गार्डियोला को कल निकालो ये सारे प्लेयर. ओ टट्टी स्टर्लिंग कहाँ गया, कहाँ गया
look at
स्टर्लिंग
Sane.
तुम्हारा?
Look at Sane only, no?
साने कहाँ गया, साने कहाँ गया? एक प्लेयर चल रहा है वो भी क्योंकि सिस्टम में बैठा है, वो है जेसूस और जिनचेंको. क्योंकि वहां वो सिस्टम से सिस्टम गए, सिस्टम से टट्टी में आओ तुम भी टट्टी बनोगे. नो वन.
हाँ.
It's only Messi or Ronaldo who can
But
fucking light it up anywhere.
But Zinchenko का समझ में भी आता है because Zinchenko is fucking smart. Zinchenko is a very very smart player. So Zinchenko is one player who I see thriving in any system. For me at least, you could have a different opinion about it, but I see Zinchenko thriving in any system. He has the mindset, he has the smarts, and he has the talent, of course. But the likes of Jesus, I think the likes of
अरे
Sane.
सब यार, the whole city
No, I
squad,
think
मतलब
Haaland also would thrive anywhere.
he would, of course he would, but like my point is कि like जो अभी magnificently like sort of inevitable players लगते हैं हमें ये लोग, ये
Oh,
नहीं है.
beauty! Come on, don't fuck it from here. No, don't. Ah, fuck, the chance is gone.
अबे यार ये वही है ना, मतलब सर एलेक्स वाला यार. शिंजी कागावा को तुम आके देखोगे, उसके स्टैट्स देखोगे, उसका ये देखोगे, लोग उसको जज नहीं करेंगे. बट एट दैट टाइम बीइंग शिंजी कागावा से बड़ा प्लेयर हमें कोई लगता नहीं था. Like you get my point. Like same with like he sort of reminds me. Obviously, बिल्कुल comparison नहीं है. Just purely in terms of what he's giving output wise. Jack Grealish. Like अब आप लगा रहे हो goals and assists wise इतना कोई high नहीं है वो City में. But he's considered to be a great player.
He fits the system. Chance था. I think here Anthony should have taken the shot, but then.
हाँ, अब वो जले जाता है ना दिमाग में.
हाँ, but then अगर उधर से भी हकता तो फिर वापस गाली पड़ती उसको. So Crystal Palace score against Bournemouth, so that's another game where the scoring has been opened. So the only game which doesn't have a score right now is Southampton versus Fulham. Southampton are going down anyways.
Southampton कहीं ना यार, उनका लूटो.
See, for all the talk about teams interested in Lavia, people don't tend to remember that City have the buyback clause on him.
Exactly.
And on a cheap also. So if they are taking 60 million for the rest of the league, City can get him at 40. Nah. So that's the problem there. I think, and that's the last action of the half. Bruno shoots it high and wide. That's halftime. United lead 1-0. So what are your thoughts on the first half?
मैं रुको, पहले मैं ब्रूनो की शूट देखूं. My thoughts might change.
No, it won't. Shot was bad. The shot was bad.
That's it. ऊपर शॉट मार के भी किसी चीज पर हो रहा है.
So what are your thoughts on the first half? I think we did pretty well. We should have scored more.
यार देखा नहीं यार, ये तो आपकी किल्ली उड़ान. मार्शियल और आपका सेम हेयर कट है. वाओ.
अरे यार, this has been told to me before. This has been told. That's you got it wrong. You got it. That sounds so wrong, bro. That sounds so fucking wrong. Are you taking a piss, blood? Are you taking a piss, blood? Oh my days. I mean, apart from the goal, I did not see Martial be involved too much. He popped up for the goal, fair enough. Anthony was guilty of a couple of chances, but overall, I think we've done good. I think we've not taken advantage of the fact that Ericsson is in plenty of space. So neither has Ericsson gone to try a Hollywood pass, and neither he's made most of the available space there for him. So
I
that could
think
be a
it's
problem.
I think it's away जो हमें हॉलीवुड पास की ना बहुत बीमारी लग जाती है. Like we sort of keep doing the Sam Allardyce tactics फिर से ऊपर again and again and again and again. तो हाँ मतलब अच्छा वॉर्ड प्राउस लोगे क्या 30-40 मिलियन में?
No, he's nothing more
No?
nothing more than a squad option than this point. I would not pay 30-40 million for what
कि
Prowse.
क्या एज है उसकी? How is it?
He's 29 or 30 if I'm not wrong. Yeah,
Ah,
so he's pretty advanced. It's a pretty advanced age for him.
Tay
So
Adams. क्या बोलते
no,
हो? No?
मार्शियल है हमारे पास. चे एडम्स क्यों चाहिए? सिमिलर प्रोफाइल
Tay
है.
Adams है.
चे एडम्स इज आर्ग्यूबली very good when it comes to physicality, work rate, and all. But you need someone to score for you. Che Adams doesn't do that. He hasn't done that ever since he's joined Southampton.
हैरी केन अपार्ट और कौन है? Who's the striker available?
See, Harry Kane, one. Osimhen, two. Uh, United apparently looking for Gonzalo Ramos. That could be three. For me, a wildcard option would be Ollie Watkins from Villa. Yeah, Ollie Watkins could be one. Apart from that, I would also, if the ban
मैं
would,
तो मिकाइल एंटोनियो.
he's 34, dude. No.
yeah, of course यार. मैं वैसे I really love the player by the way जब वो सही होता है.
Tammy could be a very good option, provided Roma are willing to sell.
Abraham नहीं यार. ये वही है. He's like
He's-
यार लुकाकू यार. वही यार. Chris Smalling
has a
team
better-
of the season
has
में
a-
चले आता है Serie A में तो.
Has a better first touch than Lukaku, though.
He does.
Don't put shade on my boy Tammy. Don't put shade. And Lukaku starting for Inter from the bench. A 37-year-old Edin Dzeko is starting ahead of Lukaku. That goes
नहीं,
to
वो
show
ठीक
you.
बात है. नहीं, but वो अभी है ना. But like Lukaku had that hard season, which not many not many players in the
His-
Italian league had उस वक्त.
But for me, Lukaku's problem is not even the first touch. His style of play is perfect for only one style, that is counter attacking.
Counter-attack.
And this is something that we are trying to go away from. We are not trying to be a counter attacking team anymore.
Yeah.
And Lukaku is a striker of the counter attacking mold. So I don't see Lukaku playing a role. So I wouldn't have mind Ivan Toney also, but his ban is a problem. His potential ban is a huge
अरे
problem.
वो खत्म करो ना इस समर और पता चले क्या सीन है.
You're going to come to know in the summer only. They're basically waiting for this season. So the guy has 270 betting charges against him.
What does it
270.
actually mean? क्या है वो?
He's betted rate. जैसे Trippier was found guilty for 10 offenses or 7
Yeah.
to 10 offenses. The guy got banned for 10 weeks. 10
हुआ
weeks.
क्या था उसे?
सट्टा लगाया उसने outside. Betting is not a player betting on own games.
तो
Trippier was
apps पे नहीं
betting
कर सकते. Apps पे भी नहीं
not
कर
on your
सकते.
own team. Not on your own team.
अच्छा.
So what Trippier and Tony have done is they've bet on their own side on a particular outcome. So that makes you vulnerable on potential match fixing also. So for example, if you're betting that I'm going to score one goal and assist one, तुम सब करोगे, you'll do everything to make sure that you get your output, no? So if that doesn't happen, you're losing money. And provided you go to play greedily, अभी अगर आप greedy खेलने जाओगे, टीम का आउटकम खराब हो जाएगा, potential loss हो सकता है. So in all that is the problem. So this dude has 270 betting allegations. 10 allegation के लिए you're getting a 10-week ban. Imagine if fucking 270. Even if half the charges are not true, it's still 135. Dan तो लंबा ही है. You cannot get any more shittier situation
इट्स
than
लाइक वी
this.
साइन हिम और अगले दिन ये ग्रीनवुड के साथ बैठा हुआ है.
Exactly my point.
ग्रीनवुड का भी सॉर्ट हो यार, ग्रीनवुड का भी
Nay,
सॉर्ट हो.
see, for me, I think a lot of the fan base would also believe that he shouldn't be playing for the club. But then deep down inside, we all know that he is going to be a part of that first team squad come the summer.
होगा.
That is for sure.
कहाँ यार, मतलब आई थिंक इट्स नॉट बिकॉज कि वो नहीं होगा कुछ, इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज कि क्लब अपना रेपुटेशन नहीं डालेगा स्टेक पे.
Also because of his talent. Also
वही
because of
नहीं,
his
वो तो
talent.
फॉर श्योर. अगर कोई मैकटोमिनी टाइप होता ही है जिसने हरकत, तो वो तो फुटबॉल सर्किट से बाहर था.
अगले
तो
दिन
बाहर
fuck
था.
off. अगले दिन fuck off. अगले दिन.
Now, हाँ, अब ये सीन है ना, क्यों ना, इफ दे डू लेट हिम गो, वहां से किसी इटालियन क्लब ने पकड़ लिया, एंड देन दे सी ये
They've
क्या एक
rejected his
बिलियन का
approach.
प्लेयर बन जाएगा. हाँ.
They've rejected Juventus का approach.
किसने?
United ने for Greenwood. Juventus wanted Greenwood.
राइट. भाई.
So, long story short, as far as the first half goes, Wolves didn't do much. I think, like we said at the start of the game, I think they're already off to the holidays. They don't mind a loss here because they're pretty much safe. They've rubber stamped their survival.
नहीं, I think yeah, Delvin bhai, they're also comfortable in being a goal deficit में. Like one set piece is all it takes.
And also, they're 9 points ahead from safety. No way they're getting relegated from here.
वो तो है. वो तो for sure plays on their psyche, but
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not doing anything in the set pieces also. No, the set pieces have been pretty poor, and they're basically not having any inclination or any interest to go ahead and finish off at least even show a semblance of competition ahead.
Mm-hmm. तो यही यार, मैं आपको ग्रीनवुड का आई वाज सेइंग कि आई जस्ट होप मैन व्हाटएवर इट इज, इट जस्ट गेट्स क्लियर्ड बिकॉज़ इट कीप्स रनिंग इन लाइक फैंस लाइक मी दिमाग में कि यार should he have come back, should he come back, क्या वो आएगा, आगे आएगा, नहीं आएगा. Like I तो just love the player भाई, जिससे पहले कोई चढ़े मुझ पे. The player.
हाँ, in context is very important in this in this situation. हाँ.
2023 की जनता चढ़ जाएगी, अरे ये नहीं करते तुम, वो नहीं.
See, talent-wise, the player is a generational talent. You cannot deny that. He has everything in the book. You call acceleration, finish from either foot, dribbling, physicality. He has everything. But then, whether or not he gets into the side is a problem. That is something that. See, it's a similar situation for Arsenal with one of their players. I'm not going to name the player, but I think you pretty much know who it is.
Yeah.
Where just because there are not enough allegations, the charges will drop. But I think there is another one which has come out.
Okay.
So there's still
उसका तो
somehow
ठीक चल रहा है ना, उसका तो ठीक चल रहा है.
because the team is doing well and he's an integral part of that. You don't
Not
understand.
a generational talent. He's not at United. He's not English. And उसके वो उनके पास Instagram नहीं है.
He has.
No, उसके आगे पीछे लोगों के पास नहीं है Instagram.
I understood where you're coming from.
तो बच रहा है वो.
But then, hopefully, I think the stage is set here for Garnacho to come for the second 45. I basically have not seen Sancho do anything at all.
ना, उसका यही अच्छा था कि जो गोल में ही कट इन थोड़ा सा, he was inside.
I have barely seen Sancho do anything. Martial, bar the goal, has been anonymous. Eriksen not doing too much of the space afforded to him. So while on the face value of things, you could say that ये बहुत अच्छा half था. There have been a lot of players जिन्होंने या तो कुछ नहीं किया है या तो बहुत कम कर रहे हैं. So you're not able to understand.
If it's like अगर second half में भी players give out the same performance, not in terms of finishing or just pure performance, I think it'll be a good game. That is where the coin flips कि अब अगर ये second half से हुए degrade, That
Don't
is when it
hold
becomes
on.
a bad.
Don't hold on to the 1-0
Exactly.
lead. Just go to build
Exactly.
on it.
Exactly.
We've never done good things when we've tried to hold on, and it's
Yeah.
it's been a bad experience throughout the season. We don't
Yeah.
do. We are not a good side when we are holding on to something.
Yeah. We aren't. We aren't. We aren't. So
So, do you
changes,
think
I
any
don't see any.
changes? No, no.
Huh.
I only if only one, then it would be Sancho for Garnacho. But apart from that, I don't see.
Oh,
I'd rather
हाँ
persist with Martial than get Vegost on at this point.
हाँ हाँ अभी तो नहीं अभी I don't think there'll be any changes at least 60-65th minute तक unless कोई injured
Ideally,
ना
he
हो.
should around 60 to 65. But then one thing I've noticed also that Ten Hag is taking too long to make changes nowadays.
हाँ
He's going past the 70th. He's going past the
especially that
75th
Oli
minute.
is in the attendance. So हाँ
But he's been doing it before also. So
yeah.
I hope he makes the change early.
Yeah.
It would actually be helpful, provided if
Mm,
Wolves have a time where they could be in the ascendancy, you don't know.
yeah.
And at that point maybe a change could be what could do it. So very important game tomorrow also, Everton Man City. What do you think?
Oh, good game, good
Everton,
game.
keep in mind Everton have just come back come on the back of a 5-1
Five.
thrashing,
Yeah.
5-1 thrashing of Brighton out of all the teams.
Yeah.
So that is one thing you need to take into consideration. It will be a very interesting fixture, and provided things do go south, so fuck, it would be very interesting. It would be such an interesting.
It would be pure Deitch, भाई. Pure Deitch moment एकदम. Of तो मेरे को फनी फीलिंग आ रही थी यार कि अभी भी ना जितना लोगों ने ऐसे टाइटल को डिसाइड कर दिया है हुआ नहीं है डिसाइड हुआ नहीं है मतलब फॉर ऑल बीट सिटीज प्योर डोमिनेंस बट अभी हुआ नहीं है डिसाइड बट ये है ना ये मैंने एक वीडियो में बोला था लाइक जनरली होता था नवंबर से जनवरी फरवरी वाला पीरियड इस बार वो हुआ वर्ल्ड कप तो अब ये 3 महीने आगे शिफ्ट हो गया वाला पीरियड सॉर्ट ऑफ दिस फरवरी टू
Jan to March.
हाँ
Jan to March.
अब हो गया फरवरी टू मई जब तक ये सीजन चल रहा है दिस कि सबकी जब टांगे बैठ जाती है इन लोगों की ट्रेन शुरू होती है तो इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दे पर्पसफुली गिव अदर पीपल चांसेस कि चलो कब तक भागोगे
City have been winning the title like that only. Take the 2018-19 season. At Christmas, Liverpool were 8 points ahead.
Yeah.
They won the title by 1 point. 2021-22 also, City and Liverpool were level pegging, but then again but in that situation, even Liverpool were equal. Both of them
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
didn't lose games in that
Yeah.
period.
वो तो लिवरपूल का टू बी ऑनेस्ट वाज दैट पीरियड वेयरइन दे डिड एनीथिंग एंड डिस्पाइट क्लॉप का लेवल ऑफ फुटबॉल दे weren't even having one injury and then karma sort of caught up to them and then they couldn't stop getting injured एकदम
The 2 seasons that they've had injuries, they've not had a good season. They barely made it to the Champions League at the time where Van Dijk was. Oh, Valencia's also come.
एंटोनियो वाला
Yes, Antonio Valencia has come.
he's sitting with any
He's,
of Oli Wally के साथ बैठेगा
I think he's sitting with his wife or some female. I don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's his wife because he's in deep conversation with her.
thank you to my wife and my girlfriend no I mean my wife
Bro, that video is so hilarious. What was he thinking? The guy was on narcs or something like that. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Harry Maguire has just made an appearance, not as a substitute, but with the bibs on. With the bibs on.
उसको वही पहनाए रखो यार keep him happy
You should be happy. He's your favorite player after all. You know, I go back to the point that you made about Chelsea, and there is another player who we've been making a lot of fun of, but this was the player who I was fighting for throughout the 2020 summer transfer window that I would move heaven and earth to have him as our player, and that player is Darwin Nunez.
ओए होए
That guy is insane. He's brilliant. Give him another season to bed in, and that guy will also start banging in the goals.
I was happy by the way कि हमने उसको नहीं खरीदा I
I
I I
wanted
rated
him.
him I rated him
I wanted-
but
I
मेरा ये
wanted
था
him.
कि मेरे हिसाब से स्ट्राइकर शुड बी द लास्ट पीस ऑफ द पजल. He shouldn't be the first. तो मेरा ये था कि we were so fucked up everywhere else कि स्ट्राइकर फिर उस
Wolves
बेचारे पे स्क्रूटनी आती.
Wolves have made a change. Wang Hee-chan comes in.
Okay.
So he is the change that they've made. Very, very promising player. He's
और
done good
Diego
in bits.
Costa.
I guess that would be
यार
the
नहीं
only
यार.
change. I guess. I think so.
ऐसे
Yeah.
कोस्टा ने येलो कार्ड उसको 1 मिनट भी पिच वो मोरिनियो वाला है ना वो 46 मिनट मारियो बैलोटेली सेकंड येलो आउट.
हाँ.
वही हो जाता है अभी.
So yeah, he's come on. I think it's Costa only is gone. Yeah,
Right.
looks like it. Yeah, pretty much. No, it's Pedro Neto.
Oh,
Pedro Neto has been replaced.
right.
Pretty surprised when Costa is a walk. Oh, Wolves starting the second half positively.
That's
For some reason, I don't even understand why these play teams decide that second half is the time to turn up against us. Do these guys actually know that we've been shit in the second half and let us play the first 45 like we want to? Because at this point, you've got to think that whether this is the game plan of all the sides or no. Because everyone has raised their collective game levels in the second half.
Wolves seem to be.
They're pressing better all of a sudden.
ये मारियो लेमिना भी है ना?
Yeah, Southampton UA guy.
Yeah.
Played for-
Where did he come from?
From Galatasaray currently.
Right. अभी लोन पे है क्या?
I think so. Richard Arnold is there in
Armstrong,
the
yeah.
stands. I think a lot of people are there. No, Richard. Yeah, I think Richard Arnold is there. I think a lot of who is there in today's game. Valencia has made an appearance. Then what do you say? Ole is in the crowd. Richard Arnold is there.
He's always at the wheel.
Sir Alex always comes for home games.
हर बार होता है?
He's come for all the home games. Oh! No, you're not. Don't shoot from there, you fool. Pass. Guess who I'm talking. Guess who I'm talking about. It's not even a surprise at this point.
Chantony.
Pass from here. Shaw was open. No, it was Ericsson. Ericsson was open. Why are you going for off?
फिर वही किया क्या इसने?
वही क्या शॉट लिया है उसने. एरिक्सन ओपन था.
अबे यार.
एरिक्सन ओपन था साइड में. वही बोल रहा हूँ.
बनता है ना हर बार शूट मार के पीछे देखता है कि मम्मी क्या बोल रही है. इसको 3-2 चाटे मारो यार इसको.
पिटी उसकी मम्मी नहीं है. वो भी दे ही देती. वो भी धर ही देती. कभी ने कुछ तो ठीक कर.
I swear अगर इसने वो बारसा के अगेंस्ट गोल नहीं मारा होता ना भैया, थोड़ा सा प्यार इसके लिए उसी वजह से है बस दिल में.
नहीं यार, उसने बहुत अच्छे गोल्स मारे हैं. बट देन
फॉर श्योर. एंड इवन इसका फर्स्ट सीजन एज एन ओवरऑल आई एम सैटिस्फाइड. मैं बस इन मोमेंट्स में कह रहा हूँ यार, बड़ा गुस्सा आता है यार.
No, of course it is frustrating. It is. Especially when in the Premier League this season, though at least it's been very clear that even when you're 2-0 up, it's a fucking dangerous scoreline. See the Spurs game for example, we were 2-0 up and we were comfortable. Like they barely even threatened to attack, and then all of a sudden 20 minutes into the second half we're 2-all up. It's all square.
And we were lucky, bhai, हारे नहीं.
We're fucking lucky to get all the 3 points also. 1 point, sorry.
Yeah. वैन-बिसाका भी आज सच कुछ दिखा नहीं आज की गेम में.
सामने वाले ने किया क्या है? दिखने लायक करने के लिए कुछ. Okay, we won the ball again. It's a counter. Sancho won the ball. Good. Ericsson has space. No, not enough space apparently to take the shot. But yeah, Ericsson again has the ball. Shaw. One of our problems again is not many people inside the box. We talk about putting balls inside the box, but no one bothers to make the runs inside. See, again, there are 4 people in the playing, but all 4 are on the edge of the penalty area. No one is making the run into the box. Then what is the point? आप क्रॉस
वो
क्रॉस कर रहे हो, बट क्रॉस करने के लिए अंदर पब्लिक भागना तो चाहिए,
ये
भागते
ये
भी नहीं
ये
है.
ये दिस इज अ विशियस साइकिल, यू नो. बॉल होगी तो मैन जाएंगे, मैन होगी तो बॉल जाएगी, एंड अगेन दिस विशियस साइकिल इज सॉर्ट ऑफ डन विद बाय अ स्ट्राइकर. स्ट्राइकर होंगे तो डिफेंडर्स उसकी तरह गुड एंड मक्खी वाला सीन होगा, उससे स्पेस बनेगी तो और लोग रन बनाएंगे. दिस ऑल ऑफ दिस इज अ साइकिल. अभी हमारा कोई टारगेट मैन नहीं है तो सब लोग अपना खड़े रहते हैं. एक टारगेट मैन आएगा, दो सेंट्रल डिफेंडर वहां होंगे, ये वाइड होंगे, बीच में स्पेस बनेगा, लोग और भागेंगे. तो या
ये हमेशा से हमारा प्रॉब्लम रहा है. मार्शियल भी रन नहीं बनाता है,
एब्सोल्युटली.
इन स्पाइट ऑफ वांटिंग टू प्ले एज अ स्ट्राइकर.
या ही ओनली मेक्स दोस, क्या कहते हैं उसे, नहीं थर्ड मैन नहीं, वो ऐसे बिहाइंड वाले रन्स नहीं बनाते. ही मेक्स दोस 1-2 वाले रन्स, यू नो, वेयर यू कैन
हाँ,
फाइंड हिम, बट इट्स नॉट
वेर
एन
यू
ऑफ.
वेर
The
यू
only
मेक
person who sort of
स्पेसेस. या
makes runs is Rashford. उसको पसंद है रन बनाना.
that is why his and Shaw's chemistry is so good
हाँ,
on that left hand
yeah,
side,
yeah.
because Shaw understands when he's running and when he's
And
not.
honestly उसको भी पता है कैसे रन बनाना है. वो shoulder run, not those you know poach वाले runs, not those poacher runs, you know, with someone like a Diego Costa, if we take this game's example, would make, like
peak
inside the box.
peak
Yeah,
Diego Costa.
yeah, peak Diego
This
Costa.
this version of Diego Costa is as useless as Martial. So let's not go there at this
Uh,
point.
Julian Lopetegui.
He's a good coach. I don't understand why he took the Wolves job.
ये रहा Valencia. हाँ, इसके सामने एड शीरन लाइट बैठा है.
What I'm saying is, he's such a
टिम
good
हॉटन्स पी रहा
manager.
है इसकी और इसकी बीवी. He is यार. I was also surprised Wolves गया.
That team is so not there for his
अबे यार
for
पता है क्या,
his.
मेरे हिसाब से क्या होता है, यू नो, ऑल ऑफ दीज ग्रेट यूरोपियन मैनेजर्स, इनको एक पीपीटी दिखाते हैं बढ़िया सी, of how we're going to give you 300 million in 2 seasons, and they do give them 300 million in 2 seasons. बट वो अब हर क्लब की स्टोरी बन गई है प्रीमियर लीग में कि इतना फंड सबके पास है. ला लीगा में इनको 10 सीजन में भी 300 मिलियन नहीं मिलते. यहाँ पर इनको 2 सीजन में 300 मिलियन तो
But
स्पेंड हो
then
जाता है.
that's a La Liga problem, no? The
हाँ,
reason
वही.
the reason why Premier League teams are getting so much money also is because of the TV rights
हाँ,
that is being distributed in such a way. Now,
बिल्कुल.
as far as La Liga is concerned, La Liga ka focus is only on the top three, which is Barca, Real, Atletico, and that is the reason why other teams are not getting that chunk of the pie, or that is the reason why the thing is where these players, why they're genuinely dependent on scouting, and unlike some of the Premier League teams who like पैसा फेंक के player मिल रहा है, वैसे नहीं है.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this I don't like, यार. Wolves have 51% of the ball. ये पसंद नहीं आया. They have done nothing, माना, but यार Old Trafford पे 51 Wolves
मेरे
नहीं
को मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, जिस हिसाब से हमारा सीजन गया है इन द लास्ट 2-3 गेम्स, उनके पास 70-80% का बॉल भी रहेगा ना, मेरे को चलेगा, एज लॉन्ग एज द स्कोर इज 1-0 इन आवर फेवर. मेरे को नहीं फर्क पड़ता. मैं अभी शर्म हया बेच के खा चुका हूँ. मेरे को अभी 3 पॉइंट्स चाहिए, मेरे को पोजीशन नहीं चाहिए. अभी घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है भाई, हमको 3 पॉइंट चाहिए. लाइक जोसे सेड, दे कैन हैव 70% ऑफ द बॉल, आई विल टेक होम द 3 पॉइंट्स. ओ फक नहीं. Thank God. Now they are winning second balls also. Fuck, now this is a problem. This is a problem. Okay, thank God. See, again, no one there in the second ball in the penalty area. How stupid can you be? तुम पेनल्टी बॉक्स में होके सेकंड बॉल कैसे नहीं जीतते हो यार? क्या स्टूपिडिटी है ये? ठीक है.
Costa. Ué.
Ruben Neves on set pieces is a different dangerous prospect. Although this is not a free kick, but still. Okay, good defense. Very good defense considering. I think this time we've been pretty good at set piece defending, no?
Better.
We've not conceded a whole lot of goals from set piece situations this season.
Better.
Which is a good sign.
Yeah.
We've scored a little more compared to last year. We could not score on any fucking set piece, free kick, corner, nothing. And this year
Yeah.
at least it's been better.
Yeah.
So I think there is improvement, like you said,
Ah,
progress. How you
progress. Yeah.
define progress from that's one indicator. We've
Hmm.
we've had an impeccable home record, which was not the case last year. Last year हर कोई आके हमको फुद्दू बना के चले जाता था.
Very big indicator. Home
Then, but then
home
again
form.
we've been shit away. We need to improve that. Why can't we have both things at the same time? I don't understand. It has to be one thing, not the other every time.
I think वो
In
away वाला form जो वो पहले था, that was more of a do with COVID and then किस्मत combined कि हम लोग
See,
away
a
थे.
record is a record. You cannot. You've done it. You've gone ahead and done it, irrespective of whether the stadiums were empty or
नहीं
whether
यार, this
not.
is
You
this is
have.
that one record जिसका indicator ही वो है कि बाकी घास
No,
तो घास है यार.
I'm not saying that the record is good or the record is bad. My end point is that you've done it, irrespective of the situation. See,
Yeah,
you
of
have to.
course.
You only play what is the situation in front of you.
Yeah.
You cannot say that अरे ये होता तो
हाँ,
नहीं
of
था वो.
course.
But
Of course.
हमने किया है. So
Which is always a
obviously,
good sign, yeah.
exactly. You can, and some part of that 29 game unbeaten run was against crowds also. After the later part, I guess. So you can't say that we haven't done it. So I understand that it's something that we shouldn't exactly be proud of. People will call it a statistical anomaly or a freak or an aberration, but a record is a record.
भाई यार ये तो वही कर रहे हैं जो क्लब्स करते हैं.
Like that's what I'm saying now. We are basically first half. Oh, thank God. We are
नहीं,
basically
ये
first half FC.
रूबेन नेवेस आ रहा है गेम में.
We are letting them win second balls, and they're getting set pieces. Wolves are always a threat on set pieces. फर्स्ट हाफ में ये सब तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा था. सेकेंड हाफ में हम क्यों करते हैं ऐसा मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा यार.
यार हर बार and every fucking time man, this
Is this a structural problem because this is at home also?
यार this is an attitude problem और कुछ नहीं. This is an
और
attitude problem.
I mean, are we trying to hold on to the 1-0 lead again? It seems like it sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. It's becoming very weird.
Yeah.
Like, I just hope Leicester get a result tomorrow somehow. I don't know when they are playing. Are they playing tomorrow? Or
एक second.
no? They're playing Monday night. Playing Monday night.
एक तो हमारा वो भी बकवास है यार. Goal difference.
Like, there was a time where we were happy that our goal difference was 0 plus 1. Our highest goal difference up until this season had been plus 13. And that was right before that Liverpool game where our goal difference single-handedly took a beating. Our pride also took a beating. Our goal difference also did.
भाई एक तो ना यार ये डहेया is getting on my nerves a bit. इसको सामने नहीं खेलना. इसको लॉन्ग बॉल भी एक्यूरेट नहीं देना आता यार. ये तो मेरे पार्क में बच्चे दे देते हैं यार क्रॉक्स पहन के.
क्या ही कर सकते हैं यार. लाइक अभी ठीक है. ओके. Finally we are in the Wolves half and it's wide. Of course it is wide. It's Anthony for fuck's sake again. So it has to be wide.
वेस्टफुल हो रहा है यार. He's been pretty wasteful पिछले 1.5-2 महीने से. काफी ज्यादा. ये सिस्टम चलता है उससे apparently as what Ten Hag says. Otherwise उसका ये जो हरकतें हो रहा है.
Because he runs back, no? I think this is where Ahmad will make a big difference. Because he's a quality. Okay, it's a deflection, not off target.
ओए यहीं पे ग्रीनवुड होता है यार. इसी जगह से मारता था यार वो.
I see where you're coming from.
याद है एक बार वो एवर्टन से 1-0 हार रहे थे हम. क्या
and he scored from nowhere. From nowhere. Even that Bournemouth game also in the lockdown, post lockdown
and right.
Yeah.
That was Greenwood in a nutshell. क्या कर सकता है वो बंदा.
That season, that second half of the season, all the three guys were on some next level smoke. Martial
Yeah.
was banging in the goals.
I
Rashford was banging
Matic,
in the goals.
Pogba, Bruno. Oof. Matic,
And
Pogba, Bruno.
Matic, the deep lying playmaker. That was insane.
याद
So
है वो
those were
ब्राइटन के अगेंस्ट गोल
that
चेस्ट
pa- oh
आगे
my goodness.
इनपुट ब्रूनो
That was filth. Filth. Pure filth.
रिमेम्बर
See,
भाई हर दूसरे दिन ये मिलता था हमें हर दूसरे दिन ये
those
मिलता था
those
हर दूसरे
those
दिन
were
ये
the
मिलता
those were the times where we actually used to think that had Matic been 5 years younger, we
हाँ
could have got the best out of Matic.
इंस्टाग्राम भी थक गया था इंस्टाग्राम भी थक गया था विद दीस पोस्ट्स
So Bruno is down and in pain.
देखते हैं वो तो अभी ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते उसका डाउन होना पेन
Hey,
सिग्निफाई
that's
नहीं
a
करता
foul. It's on the same leg where he had iced and all right.
अयो
That was
अयो
a foul. They didn't even give a foul for that. नहीं दिया.
अरे भाई
I mean, not to be surprised at this point, but then
अब ये ब्रूनो ऐसे नहीं कर सकते आप चिल्ला के फिर आप ग्राउंड पे रहोगे तो
okay, they're making two more changes. Wolves, 60 minute. It's the hour mark.
देखिए जरा
Mateus,
फाउल था फाउल
Mateus,
था यार ये तो हद
it
हो
is
गई यार
it is a foul. Yeah, Cunha is out, and I
ओए
think
यार ये तो
Podence is
येलो
coming.
येलो था येलो
Cunha and Teti are out.
ओके
Podence and
बढ़िया प्लेयर लगता है मुझे जब
Bueno.
ठीक खेलता है
Podence and Bueno. So Bueno is a defensive change, and Podence is an attacking one.
बढ़िया लगता है मुझे
Who Podence?
छोटा सा खेलता है with the beautiful center of gravity एकदम
Both him and Neto, similar players, similar quality. Both of them troubled by injury issues throughout their Wolves careers. Both of them,
अगरीत
and both of them Portuguese again. Not surprised.
हाँ वो तो ठीक है वो तो चलो
Wolves basically छोटा Portugal है.
वो तो कनाडा पंजाब सीन हो गया
हाँ, and Leeds भी US.
हाँ बट अब वो टेड लासो गया अब थोड़ा चेंज होगा अब देखते
हाँ,
हैं।
but still in this season, so they were mostly reliant on that American access only. Tyler Adams came in the winter. Before
यार
that, it was
ये मैकेनी थोड़ा मोटा और थोड़ा वो नहीं लगता फॉर लाइक बीइंग सो गुड मतलब इतना क्वालिटी है
he
वो
is that is the reason why Juve wanted him off, because that guy is
मतलब
not
जब वो
good when it
घूमता
comes
भी है
to.
वो घूम रहा है वो फॉर्च्यूनर लग रहा है ऐसे बट वो खेलता कितना बढ़िया है
He's good, but then his off pitch behavior has been a big problem for Juve. He's missed training sessions.'s come late. He doesn't take care of his body. He doesn't know what he does.
like he's visibly big
He's the American version of Burger King Shaw. If I had to get in a comparison,
yeah
he's the American version of Burger King Shaw. That's what
वो
I'm
तो
saying.
खाता भी बर्गर किंग ही होगा यार
He is. So in UA, they had put him on a strict diet. The fucker used to sneak in burgers and all that shit. Yeah. So and किसी को तो भनक लग गया Juventus के उनके ऐसे न्यूट्रिशन स्टाफ या किसी को तो ऐसे भनक लग गया था तो उधर उसको फाइन पड़ गया. So he's had a lot of off-field issues. There is a friend of mine who's like neck deep into Syria. He's an Inter fan. So he knows a lot about Syria. So I always, whenever I get the chance, I always pick his brains when it comes to Syria football. I asked him about when Arsenal signed Jakub Kivior. So I asked
Yeah.
about him, how he is. Okay. Oh, close. So he was telling me that, Juventus have been pretty fed up when it comes to McKinney, and they wanted to get rid of him. So
Right.
they wanted initially to get him out permanently, but then after a point they decided that even if it is temporary, we might as well let him go. And then at that point, Leeds came calling in, and then they didn't think twice before doing it.
yeah right
So it's that okay. We're winning the ball. See again, the pattern from the first half is emerging, where we are winning the ball in the first half. In the opposing third, we're not able to do anything substantial with it.
yeah
We should go for Tyler Adams,
boss player
provided अगर Leeds relegate हो तो. He's a proper workhorse, relentless presser, and passing range भी बहुत बढ़िया है उसका. And he's versatile. The guy played right back, centre back, and CDM for Leipzig. All three positions. He does that for US. He's US captain, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's barely 22 or 23, I guess.
ऐसे players चाहिए, ऐसे players चाहिए. Like we want those young and like before their world class level. They like sort of मतलब labeled as world class is what I mean.
There was a very unpopular opinion. I got a lot of shit for it also, but I wanted Calvin Phillips to come to United.
Ah,
I
why not?
desperately wanted him to come for United before he went to City. But the problem is that
Leeds,
Leeds fans would give him hell because he's proper Yorkshire born, Leeds born. He's literally their boy basically. So like how these Spurs fans shout now, Harry Kane is one of our own. So, oh fuck, bro, you're not going to believe this. Chelsea Nottingham is 2-all at the 65-minute
more.
mark. 64-minute mark, yes. Fulham score against Southampton. So, Southampton, if they lose this game, they are officially relegated. If Southampton lose this game, I mean, it's been a foregone conclusion for quite a while, but this result will more or less seal it. So, let's see who scored for both sides. Avani scored both. Oh fuck, it's actually Raheem Sterling. Surprise, surprise. We are talking about how Raheem Sterling has been shit this season and suddenly pops out with a brace on the day we decide to talk shit about him. Crystal
See
Palace
again,
have
United 20 attempts, one goal. Fucking hell, bhai.
Crystal Palace winning 2-0. What a surprise Roy Hodgson has been. What a surprise Roy Hodgson has been.
ये अंडरटेकर आदमी है भाई, ये उठ जाता है ग्रेव से बार बार.
And they've scored goals for fun.
Yeah.
It's not like they're spamming 1-0 wins
Ah.
or playing in a way where they are just getting one chance and bearing it. They are sustainably putting pressure on their opponents and they've been scoring for fun.
Pragmatic. Who?
Yeah, exactly. But look at the collection of players Palace have, dude. Like you'd be very surprised that some of those players would easily walk into some of the top six sides.
हाँ हाँ.
आराम
भाई
से.
उनके वो Eze और वो the other one who's like the
Olise.
same as Eze. हाँ,
Olise.
Olise. ओ
Their
भाई.
strikers also pretty good. Otson Edward, Jan Philip Mateta. These guys pretty good. Then they have their Mark Gahey, Joachim Anderson, their
हाँ,
defenders.
oh,
Too
yeah.
good, man.
Perfect
Pretty
ball
good.
playing defenders, bhai. Perfect ball playing defenders.
But Gahey is English, so he. Oh, okay, don't fuck from here, please. Ah, we did. Why do
अबे
I even say
यार,
this? Why do I even
हर
say this?
5 बार आपने कर दिया है डेल्विन भाई.
और
I could
हर
not even see it on the screen, यार.
I have a one. In all fairness, I have a 1 in 5 success rate because once when I said don't fuck it up, they ended up scoring. So I'll take a 20% success rate at this point. We have a call. Oh, okay. Guess who's coming on for United now?
Weghorst.
Oh, that was quick. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the horse. Coming in for 68-minute Martial this time.
Oh.
Martial is, as of now, our match winner. His goal, the difference between both the sides. And let's see how that goes. So Aston Villa still 1-0.
ब्रूनो
Let's
ने
see.
हमको दे दिया यार प्राइम इयर्स यार अपने. मेरे को पता है कभी-कभी बुरा लगता है उसके लिए. I mean I don't
किसने?
know. ब्रूनो ने यार.
He's still in his prime. He's only 28.
No, he is, but like just I don't know, like if he.
Oh fuck no. No, Ericsson Chutia, you can't slip over there. Okay, we fucked up. Oh, close. Dude, you'd not believe this. They just did an N-Serie against Sevilla. Spoiler alert, but yeah, this is what he did. And just look at how it. Just look at it. Just look at
गोल
it.
नहीं
Like,
हुआ ना यार.
no, it didn't. But just it was dangerously close, dude.
Oh.
It started with Ericsson slipping.
Yeah. फिर वही. अरे कुत्ते.
He didn't even reach the ball.
ये जब
At
यही
this point,
होता है, यही होता है.
at
स्वीपर कीपर बनना चाहता हूँ. You're trying to be something you're not, भाई.
it, but it all started with that Ericsson slip without any pressure.
वो ठीक है यार, स्लिप हो गया, उसके बाद
Was
तू
that
क्या
a
कर रहा
red?
है?
Oh, he dived. He dived. Podence dived. He was looking for the cheap foul there. He was looking for the cheap foul there. Was it Podence or Hangich? And I don't understand, but yeah.
क्या कर रहा है? It's irritating at this point,
See,
यार.
you can compliment the effort, but then if you don't get it right, then that's a huge problem,
किस
man.
बात का
Like,
कॉम्प्लीमेंट यार? हम भाई, हम लूटन
see,
टाउन थोड़ी हैं. They're
देखो,
United.
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, वो सिचुएशन में ना एरन वैन बिसाका नहीं जीतता बॉल, वो पोजीशन में था ही नहीं. एंड the player who was there, I'm not sure whether it is Podence or Chang, he situated himself in such a manner where Lindelof or whoever the other auxiliary defender is, he's not getting the help. So he's, for all intents and purposes, isolated Aaron out there. So the only logical situation out there is either Aaron fouls him, gets a yellow, or worse, red, or De Gea comes sweeps. De Gea did the sweeping part correct. It's a different matter altogether that he missed the ball entirely. But I think at this point, the sweep was necessary. The only thing is that his execution was fuck all.
आई थिंक बीइंग अ कीपर यार, मेरे को तो यही पता है कि स्वीप आ रहे हो तो तुम्हारी बॉल होनी चाहिए. ये हमारी किस्मत है. अगर उसका टच बढ़िया होता या किस्मत हमारी खराब होती, दिस वुड हैव बीन अ गोल. आई
It is
थिंक इन
like it is like the Yorker in cricket. You have to be perfect with it. If you miss
नहीं
it,
तो
it's a
स्लॉट.
slot. हाँ, exactly.
या अयो, किकिंग अराउंड बिकॉज़ ने आते ही लात मार दी भाई.
मेरे को चलेगा. वैसे घोड़े लात ही मारते तो चल जाएगा वैसे यार. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. less than 20 minutes left to play. I think a goal over here will more all probability seal the 3 points. I don't see us scoring though. Do you?
अबे यार, नहीं
Do you?
यार, नहीं यार. मतलब अगेन यार, it's like one moment of spark. If we do convert it, cool. If we don't, मेरे को डर लग रहा है वुल्व्स का.
I'll genuinely start getting afraid of Wolves when they get in Adama Traore, which they haven't, which as of yet they haven't showed any sign of.
सांचो एक इंसान को ड्रिबल नहीं कर पाता यार.
I don't know what's the problem there. I don't know what's the problem there. Why is he not trying to dribble? क्यों नहीं कर रहा है टेक ऑन प्लेयर्स को? मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. I'm genuinely confused and lost at this point कि बंदा कर रहा है. Oh fuck.
Even
Oh, why did I say it? Why did
आ
I
गया
say
क्या?
it?
ट्राई हो रहा.
He's getting ready to come on. Why I said? मैंने मुंह ही क्यों खोला यार? Fuck's sake. गजब बकचोदी यार. शी बोलना ही नहीं चाहिए था मुझे.
क्या टाइम हो गया आपके गेम में?
73rd मिनट चल रहा है. सैंचो, fuck save, brilliant save Bentley. Oh, that was a great move by Sancho. For once he took on a player, cut him, and then went for the shot. Great move.
ओए शॉ ने क्या बॉल डाली. बट अच्छा नहीं, वो गई नहीं.
It's another. He did well here. That was a great save. No. Great save, Brent McGregor. Great save.
अभी देखते हैं. ओहो, बैकवर्ड्स का टच. Okay. Oh, save.
Yeah, that was a good. Exactly, that's a great. Sancho did everything correct. Sancho ने सब बराबर किया वो इंस्टेंस में.
Getting down that quick. हमारा डाया तो पाँव फैलाता. Getting down.
He'd still save it though. पाँव फैला था. He'd still save it though.
Yeah, for sure. अब that's बैकवर्ड्स मांग रहा था.
It's a foul on again free kick in a promising area for us, and of course it has to be Diego Costa. Yeah, oh dude, they'll not give a yellow for this, but I don't think he's going to get him in again. I don't think he's going to get him.
वो तो कर रहा है, warm up तो कर रहा है. He's warming up.
Lemina for Traore. Lemina goes out, Traore comes in.
Traore is on the right side.
They'll go all out attack now because they've removed a player from the middle of the park, no?
Yeah.
He's not put a lot of baby oil today, so that's a surprise. No, that's a bad free kick. At least loop it a little, no, Ericsson. See, when you get a free kick in this area, I would rather suggest Luke Shaw take it because you
भाई
get.
Luke Shaw को पता नहीं क्यों नहीं why they don't give Luke Shaw more sort of chances to put it in यार. He just does
See,
perfect every time यार मेरे लिए.
the one criticism that Luke Shaw and Rodri have is something which is one of their very underrated assets.
दोनों के
Luke Shaw's crossing in set piece situations, and Rodri is shot from distance.
Rodri has मेरे को तो Luke Shaw का भी when he connects with the ball, no?
No, those are sweet. But the point is that he himself doesn't go that forward many times.
Yeah.
And whenever he goes forward, he goes on an overlap run or he keeps the width. So that is fine. But for Rodri, with the amount of time he spends on the edge of the area, he has a pretty good shot. And most of the time, the guy keeps it on target also.
Yep.
He doesn't sky them, doesn't hoof him. Even if he misses it by a matter of inches. So that is where these guys get people be nitpicky because they don't have much to choose from in as far as fundamental weaknesses to their game is concerned. But I think Shaw has been brilliant, man. Like if he continues this way for the next 3-4 years now, without God forbid touch wood without any injuries, he'll be England's best left back and he'd be one of United's best left backs also. He has everything required, man, and he can play centre back also.
हाँ यार उसका तो and like अब पिछले 2-2.5 साल में like he's been less and less inconsistent, less and less and less. Like those periods of inconsistency have shortened themselves.
Last season, though, everyone was shit, so you can't really blame Shaw for it individually.
मैं तो मगवायर को ही बोलूंगा यार. मैं I'll forever be his fan कि मगवायर भाई तू आता है सब बर्बाद हो जाते हैं.
I think some of them boils down to the fact that one particular signing and you know who it is. So Jimenez comes in. We've made only one change. They've gone ahead and made all 5. And Diego Costa finally comes out. It's Raul Jimenez. So at this point, they're going to go route 1 only. But then again, Jimenez has not exactly been the same after that serious head injury he suffered. He's just there for vibes at this point. He's not doing much also. He's not contributing much. I mean, playing from that injury in itself is a massive achievement. Don't get me wrong. But then, what is the point of playing if you are more often than not a passenger in the grander scheme of things?
Diego Costa is coming in like he's sort of bossing you at this age.
He's worse. He's worse. He's
वही
worse.
बता रहा हूँ ना exactly.
Wolves also need a striker, but then which striker will come to you to play route 1 football? Also, that is the problem.
आ जाते हैं यार प्रीमियर लीग में पैसा है.
Thank God. Bruh. That's a foul, yes. How? Keep winning fouls, so at this point, I don't care. Just make sure that we get through the game anyhow. I don't mind a 1-0 win. I told before also.
वो तो
नहीं फर्क पड़ता है.
अबे भाई भगवान.
I know. I'm not going to speak a lot about that because that's commonplace. I'll not say a lot.
Even Lindelof and then of course De Gea. Bhagwan. Night and day, right? Night and day when Leach or even Shaw has the ball at centre back.
That is there. So apparently, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're not going to like what you're going to see. We're making 2 subs. I think that's. I think one of them, yes. One of them, yes. And the first thing that he's going to do after coming on, he's going to take the captain's armband from Bruno.
सबसे पहले.
Parampara Pratishtha Anushasan for you there.
Fred.
Fred, I don't mind Fred, dude. I actually
Okay.
am. I'm actually pretty surprised that Fred hasn't got enough starting opportunities post that Liverpool game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fred का वही है. Fred is like a coin toss. चल गया तो भैया पूरा हेड जाएगा. नहीं चला तो. Maguire. यार.
Why are you not getting in Garnacho?
यार टेनहाग फिर वही
Like,
कर रहा है. टेनहाग इज लाइक ट्राइंग टू टीच देम अ लेसन इन द हार्ड वे कि तुम जब तक होल्ड ऑन नहीं करोगे तब तक मैं होल्ड ऑन की टैक्टिक्स खिलाऊंगा.
अरे भाई इधर पॉइंट पे पॉइंट चले
वही तो.
जाएंगे.
वही
ये
तो.
थोड़ी ना टाइम है ये लेसन करने का भाई.
वही तो. वही तो.
There is a lot at stake. Not
यार
only
ये तो
our
बॉल डाले जा रहे हैं यार.
Varane in
ये
for
तो बच रहे
Maguire.
हैं हम.
Fuck's sake. Varane in for Maguire.
Maguire in for Varane.
हाँ होता है. Good 80 minutes for Varane though, although he didn't have much
हाँ
to do,
हाँ
but still.
हाँ. वो मच टू डू ही उसकी क्वालिटी है ना. वो मच टू
No,
डू इज हिज
but
क्वालिटी.
Wolves haven't been.
अब पिछले आधे घंटे में स्टिल सॉर्ट ऑफ they've been knocking. यार they're putting in balls यार. अब थोड़ा हो रहा है. एक सही
Okay.
जगह पे चली गई and it's done.
It's Ericsson who's coming off. Yeah, it's Ericsson who's coming off. Fred. Fred for Ericsson. And Sancho off. I think Garnacho is. Yeah, Garnacho on for Sancho. So Garnacho is in too.
बढ़िया.
I think this was needed. Garnacho coming in. Let's see how he plays. I
ओ
think this will be his.
भाई साहब आर्म बैंड इसने वरान के हाथों ही भिजवा दिया.
हाँ, he's like मैं तो नहीं दूंगा भाई.
He can't step onto the pitch without wearing the armband, भाई.
He's the proverbial captain, no? I say proverbial. Oh, save! Again! यार ये मैकग्रेगर परेशान कर रहा है यार मुझे. नहीं हमने शॉट लिया है बाय द वे, उन्होंने नहीं.
हाँ नहीं वो मैं समझ गया था.
Casemiro took the shot.
हाँ.
Good shot. It was going in. It was going in. It's a great shot. So we have a corner. Let's see. Off target. The ghost. There is one very interesting thing that I have observed as far as Weghorst is concerned. Now, we all know that Weghorst not exactly the fastest player when it comes to covering ground, but whenever Weghorst goes to press a player, his acceleration is like 0 to 100 in 2 seconds.
Quick, है ना?
But at the same point, when you give this guy the ball in a goal-scoring position or when he's one-on-one, this guy is slower than Per Mertesacker, for fuck's sake. How can you have different variety? You're supposed to be fast when you have the ball, when you're going to score. This guy's pace changes when he's going to press someone. I just don't understand. Like for him, goals don't matter, but pressing stats do.
ऐसा कोई वैसे होता नहीं है इंसान. But you know that's what circumstances make you.
No, but even when he played for Burnley and all, also when he was playing for Burnley, also he has he's been a press first monster. But it's a surprise considering this guy has scored one goal every 2 games in the Bundesliga. He has 59 goals in 118 games for Bundesliga.
He wasn't he was cool, yaar. He was cool. He was in the golden boot race agar Lewandowski nahi hota.
The only guy who scored more than him during that phase was
Lewandowski, bhai to.
It's very surprising what it's come of him, yeah. Like we know that the guy can score, and he scored some very good goals for Besiktas also, and for Wolfsburg also. So, okay. Oh no, Bruno का run ही गलत. There was a promising opportunity. He didn't time his run properly, and the ball went away from him. into the last 5 minutes, and for some reason I have this squeaky bum feeling, you know.
हाँ, ये क्या रन बनाए ब्रूनो?
Yeah, that's okay. Aston Villa 2-0.
Against?
Spurs.
ओए होए.
Douglas Luiz scores the second. Fulham have scored again, so that means Southampton are going down. And in the other games, it's the same. 2-all Chelsea Nottingham, 2-0 Crystal Palace Bournemouth.
डगलस लुइस. अब फर्स्ट वाला किसने मारा था? जेकब रैम.
Jacob Ramsey. I think the only threat now we have is against Liverpool. Only Spurs are as good as out.
स्पर्स तो थी नहीं. स्पर्स तो for me.
Okay, now we have a counter. It is 4v2. I'm not going to say anything. And that didn't make a difference even then.
Oh, bye.
How the fuck have we managed to bottle a 4v2 is beyond me.
Hey Bhagwan, I can see essentially 5v3.
All in all, we had a 2-man advantage and we still managed to come the shittier team out of this boat. Oh! That was close.
उसका इतना गंदा था that he's laughing now.
Okay, Garnacho wins the ball. I mean, at this point, the only thing we're doing well is winning the ball. We're not doing anything substantial with it. अरे भाई तुम बायलाइन में करते क्या हो? बॉल क्रॉस तो करते नहीं, कुछ तो करो. वैन बिसाका खदा. The guy is just dancing in the box with the ball. कुछ तो कर भाई, या तो कट बैक कर, क्रॉस कर, कुछ तो कर. भले से टट्टी कर रहा हो, कुछ तो कर.
Bruno, Van Bissaka, dance,
and he fucks it up. Long story short, he fucks it up.
Dance and कुछ भी नहीं.
A foul. Fred with a Brazilian-esque run. Proper Brazilian run, not the call center Brazilian. That's a foul. Nice. That's a cynical foul.
अच्छा भागा वैन बिसाका यार. Brazil. Oye.
It was actually 50-50. He got a part of the ball there. He got a part of the ball first actually.
कौन है ये पेंशन स्कीम?
Dawson, हाँ.
Senior citizen FD rates.
He's actually not that senior also. He's 30.
नहीं है ये बेचारे के बाल उड़े हुए हैं यार. He's one of those.
Aston Villa get a penalty. Kane to take it.
Aston Villa get a penalty. Kane to take it.
Sorry, Spurs get a penalty. Kane. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised if it happened the other way around also.
भाई. कितना डिमांड करेगी केन के लिए? Does he have 1 year left on his contract?
They're going to ask 100 for a Premier League club. That's for certain. If it's a Premier League club, Levy is not going to give Kane so easily to a direct rival. I don't see that happening.
अबे यार direct rival तुम्हारे एवर्टन और विला है यार.
No. If we are in the 90th minute, score still 1-0. Let's see how much time will be added on.
जितने में वो गोल मार पाए उतना ही और क्या. चार गेम बचे थे ना हमारे.
3 इसके बाद 2. अभी 3 हो. दो
नहीं इसके
होंगे,
बाद 3 और है ना.
तीन, हाँ इसके बाद 3 होंगे, हाँ.
तो 1 is ticked off. Okay.
So
Oh.
Kane scored. It's 2-1 by the way.
तो 3 में से we can drop points in.
None. I don't want us to drop points in none.
हाँ
वो
नहीं वो
ऐसा.
तो ठीक है but वैसे we can
Oh,
drop points in 1.
nice Fred. Ball, my gosh! Don't fuck it up for me, please, 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 please. Oh, save! What a fuck यार, ये मैग्रेगर अभी दिमाग खराब कर रहा है यार बहुत ज्यादा.
क्या हो गया इसका बन गया. अरे ये तो चीज रियलाइज ही नहीं किया. जोसे सा इज द रियल मैग्रेगर भाई.
हाँ, but he's not there today. So I was right when I said B-Tech McGregor. You only said कि.
हाँ सही बात है. असली मैग्रेगर इज सी-टेक मैग्रेगर.
यार, this was the one shot that Anthony took spot on, but it was same.
ये फिर मुझे ग्रीनवुड आज everything reminds me of her.
6 minutes added time. 6 minutes for what?
कोने में भी नहीं था पूरा शॉट. वैसे ठीक शॉट था, अच्छा शॉट था बट कोने में नहीं था पूरा. बट गुड सेव, गुड फकिंग सेव.
But 6 मिनट क्यों? क्या हुआ है? What stoppages have taken place that have given 6 minutes of added time?
ये 2-3 बार सबसे किया ना इन्होंने. फिर हमने अलग से किया. फिर एक बार ब्रूनो बैठ गया. एक बार किसी और को भी चोट लग गई थी.
बट पापा हमने सिर्फ 3 ही सब किए हैं.
या ऑफ कोर्स बट वही ना.
नहीं यार, I don't think it warrant 6 minutes. Yeah, no, not 6 minutes for sure.
4-5 तब भी ठीक था. 6 ज्यादा है ना.
6 is too much.
Maximilian Kilman.
So we have our first relegation this season, and it's Southampton. It's official now. They are not getting out from here. So Southampton's
mathematically down. They're down.
No, they are out. It's relegation confirmed, not even mathematically. Up until this game, it was mathematically 25 shots and 7 on target. Oh God. Heartburn. Oh, thank God. Oof. Four minutes to go. Every
second. Podence. फिर से Podence. Oh, good 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
ये दिखा के
अपने फाउल. भाई शॉ इतना कैजुअल हो गया था. He thought the ball was going out. He literally stopped. उतने में वो भाग के आ गया, but नसीब he fouled. He was a little too eager. Bro, that was a Trivela. No, Rabona, sorry.
Rabona, yeah.
भाई ये सब नसीब भाई. कुछ हुआ नहीं तो LL थे हमारे. 3 minutes more यार. 3 minutes more.
Shaw heavy strong ना. Like he's dominant physically. इतना ज़्यादा लगता नहीं है.
हाँ,
but physically strong.
But ये almost मलासिया वाला सीन हो गया था ब्रो, जहाँ पे वो ऐसा ग्लिच हो गया, स्टॉप हो गया, सोच के कि बॉल बाहर जा रहा है, हम बचा लेंगे, बट नहीं, अटक गया था बॉल.
मुझे यार नहीं भाया यार शुरू से. वो मिर्जापुर का कच्चा दाढ़ी लगता है यार. वो नहीं यार.
कच्चा दाढ़ी.
ना. He doesn't. कुछ नहीं यार. वो पता नहीं फायरवुड में क्या कर रहा है, क्या नहीं कर रहा है.
We have Alvaro Fernandez.
ये याद है मुझे 2-3 साल पहले.
Okay, you've got to score from here. Come on. Yes, Garnacho.
8-2 भाई. आपका रेशियो
मार दिया, टी-शर्ट निकाल दिया. He's come back with a goal. It's 2-0. The result is signed, sealed, delivered. It's 3 points.
ये नहीं कर रहा क्या?
But इसने येलो खा लिया.
ओए गर्नाचो का कंपोजर यार.
सब लोग उसको चुम्मा चुम्मा दे रहे सर पे, पीछे रेफरी येलो कार्ड लेके खड़ा है कि बेटा तू आ जा। तू
ओए, भाई ने टैटू भी बनवा लिया यार। यार ये मुझे डर
नहीं,
लगता है यार, जब ये बच्चे टैटू वैटू बनवाते हैं, बिगड़ रहे
ऑलरेडी
होते हैं
थे
यार।
उसके पास, ऑलरेडी
नहीं
थे।
यार, ये वाला।
Oh, this could be off. No, no,
इसको
it's
सब
not.
कुछ ही करने जा रहे हैं सब। वेगहॉर्स तो सबका बाप बना हुआ है, मतलब यार सबके लिए खुश होता है। तो
But
मेरी बारी कब आएगी?
वही he's not scored a Premier League goal. Yeah, full Igalo vibes. Full Igalo vibes. Scored in cup competitions, but not in Premier League.
इगालो तो बोला, योर ऑनर, I think I was a better Premier League striker than Weghorst.
He was. He scored for Watford also. No.
हाँ, ओ भाई, प्राइम
He and
ट्रॉय
Troy Deeney
डीनी,
together were an absolute fucking menace.
इको फेमिनिया, अमराबाद, ये
Then there was Holebas. Jose
होलेबाज,
Holebas.
जोसे होलेबाज, हाँ।
Yeah, that's almost
यार,
done.
good
Yeah.
composure
Eh,
यार, good
Lafre!
composure.
Eh, Lafre! Eh, Lafre! Adama and Shaw. Ma.
ये क्या, ये करनाट में राहुल गांधी का टैटू बना रखा है, ऐसा लग रहा
Chi! कुछ भी.
है। I swear it looked like Rahul Gandhi for a second. कर्नाटका की जय हो।
I think both Shaw and Traore are in the book, I guess. Rightly so. I think Ole would be proud of the second goal. Proper counter attack. Proper counter attack.
एकदम।
Yeah, that's almost done. That's as good as.
अरे अपने प्लेयर क्या है यार, ये अपने प्लेयर
much,
ट्रायोरा के पास जाके ज्यादा उसको समझा रहे कि यार कोई नहीं यार, बच्चा है। अरे
much needed 3 points, man. Much needed 3 points. Much needed 3 points. Gives us that breathing room. Gives us that breathing room in the race for top four versus.
Liverpool under
Puts
pressure.
Liverpool. Yeah. Now for them getting a result against Leicester becomes of paramount importance because of the win.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We were never good for 90 minutes.
For sure.
We were, to put it kindly, we were average throughout the game. See, obviously, you're scoring, you're attempting 26, 27 shots a game, and you're having 8 or 9 shots on target. That's just shit. Yeah, Southampton's relegation is confirmed. There is a R in place of
R आ
South.
गया, हाँ।
So that's that.
R
So
लेस्टर भाई साहब।
Southampton were in the Premier League for 12 years. They got promoted in 2011, and since then they were in the Premier League, and now they finally back to the championship. 12
एकदम
years.
क्या phases हुए ना उनके, like the Pochettino era, fire यार।
It started with Nigel Adkins, then it went to Poch, and then after that there was this string of managers who couldn't do a lot with it. Claude Puel, then Mauricio Pellegrino, then there was I think Ralph Hasenhüttl did well for a short period of time. Hasenhüttl did very well, but then
बहुत चांस दिया हैसेनहुटल को, like there were numerous occasions where I thought उसका हो गया। He was given fair chances.
He was given a good amount of support. Yeah,
he could never sort of build it, you know. उसका हमेशा playing style होता था, but he couldn't get the results he wanted. Oh,
and the players
दिखा रहे हैं यार, out.
Yeah, it hurts, man. Relegation obviously hurts, especially they're playing at home. They're playing at home also.
अच्छे दिखने वाले मैनेजर से relegation नहीं रुकती भाई। Relegation रोकता तो Big Sam ही है भाई।
That is why Scott Parker was shown the door. Because oh man,
मेटकाला के second division में नहीं जाओगे, but championship जरूर जाओगे।
Speaking of the championship, very interesting. Sunderland, Middlesbrough, we have interest over there.
What a story!
They
Luton
are
Town.
actually the Wrexham. They are actually the
Ah,
Wrexham. They've
ah.
they've they've made the journey to the championship playoffs all the way down from the bottom, and
Hmm.
they're here.
तो इनका एक प्लेयर है जिसके बारे में बात हो रही है, who could be the first person to tuck 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 from 5 4 3 2 1. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
Bournemouth did that, there was someone with them. Shane Duffy did it with Brighton.
नहीं नहीं, किसी
Shane,
ने पूरा किया नहीं है,
no,
किसी ने
Lewis
आज तक
Dunk
पूरा नहीं
was.
किया है.
Lewis
I don't
Dunk for
think.
जब तक Lewis Dunk was there with them from the third division, I guess. Third, second और Premier League आया है वैसे.
5 4 3 2 1 नहीं किया किसी ने. He
नहीं,
could be the
I
first
doubt.
one.
हाँ, he could be the first one, yeah. But I want to see how Boro
Wow.
play. I'm hoping Boro get promoted because I genuinely want to see what Carrick does in the Premier League as a manager, in a managerial capacity. If anything above 17th place for Boro, if they get promoted in the Premier League, is a huge success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any club, yeah, any club who comes in at this point.
No,
Like,
but for the hoopla that is surrounding Carrick, especially this
right.
season, because he was also appointed mid-season for Boro, and
Yeah.
doing such a great job, literally
Ipswich का क्या
transforming.
सीन है? वो हो रहे हैं promote Ipswich.
Let me check. Ipswich Town. McKenna's also done a good job there.
Yeah. तभी.
They are second in
यार
League
कोहली
One.
की तो
So
पोल
that's,
खुल गई यार, मतलब like it's like now it's clear कौन था problem.
yeah, they are. They, I think first and second have automatic qualification. So yeah,
हाँ.
Ipswich also have been promoted. They finished second.
Wow.
They finished second by a matter of 3 points. 98 points. 98 points. Plymouth won the third division with 101.
Alright. अच्छा खत्म हो गया second division?
Same as championship, no? 46 games. हो गए. "46 games in the this also, so हो गए.
Oh, so they are promoted Ipswich.
Ipswich and Plymouth are promoted to the championship, yes.
Oh, right. Good,
Yeah.
good.
So
I think Mike Phelan भी अब कहीं job लेके कुछ कर गया तो.
a massive upset happened, okay, in the league, this one League 2 playoffs where Ipswich is. So Sheffield Wednesday, okay, they finished third on the points table with 96. All right. Their playoff opponents were Peterborough, who finished sixth with 77 points. So Sheffield and Peterborough faced each other in the playoff before the final at Wembley. Peterborough spanked Sheffield Wednesday 4-0 and won it.
2 legs होते हैं इसमें या नहीं?
No, it's one. I think one. I'm not sure.
Championship में तो 2 होते हैं.
Championship में 2 होते हैं, so I'm not sure what it is, but League 1, let's see.
तो इनके playoffs भी हो गए.
Apparently there are 2 legs in the League 1 playoffs also. So Sheffield are having a 4-0 deficit to overcome.
Right.
But still, man.
So, भाई हम जीत गए. Coming back.
Finally.
Finally won. And like it's breathing space. So
4-point gap. Good result.
To go. Yeah.
Good result. I don't care much about the performance. I told before also. Didn't matter for me. As far as the 3 points are concerned, we got them.
Liverpool is essentially 4 points. So like I'm trying to be practical here. We can
7 points. 7 points if we win our game in hand.
Of course, but like it's like 8 point आगे, like and 8 game in hand. So I take it 4 points supposedly. So
Let's take 5.
How?
We are currently 4 points ahead of them with 1 game in hand.
No, अभी भी game in hand तो नहीं होगा ना. अब तो हमने equal खेल लिया ना.
नहीं, they'll play ना. उनका game बाकी है ना.
They will. But like right now at this moment it's like 4 points, right?
Yeah.
So 4 points. So we can afford. Okay, we can afford 1 slip up. It could be either a draw.
Has to be a draw. Not a loss. Has to be a draw.
तो एक point तब भी बचेगा ना.
लॉस क्यों सोचना, हमारा गोल डिफरेंस वैसे भी हमको 2 पॉइंट, हमारा गोल डिफरेंस वैसे भी हमको 2 पॉइंट पीछे ही करा है.
नहीं वो तो ठीक बात है, but like even if we lose one, we win the next 2, we are in. So like
need to win our home games against Fulham and Chelsea. If we win those, I think we're home and dry.
Nay, we can only afford one slip up. It could be either a draw or matlab, I'm talking mathematically because if we draw two, it's 4 points. Then we're level with Liverpool. Their goal difference fucks us. If we lose two, then to kya hi kehna. If we lose one, draw one, then to kya hi kehna. If we lose one, we're still 1 point ahead. If we draw one, we're still 2 points ahead. So like we can only slip up once in the next three games.
Once, yeah. For me, मेरे को तो margin of error चाहिए ही नहीं, but then it is what it is.
And it's also एक और चीज बढ़िया होगी if Newcastle slips, उनकी भी position jeopardy में है ना. तो न्यूकासल स्लिप करना चाहिए. न्यूकासल स्लिप करना चाहिए.
Newcastle's last 3 games are Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea.
गुड. तीनों को चाहिए विक्ट्री. ब्राइटन को चाहिए. ब्राइटन है. चेल्सी को भी कुछ अपनी नाक बचानी है. और तीसरा कौन बोला आपने? लेस्टर. उनको भी जीतना है.
In the top 8 sides, in the top 8 sides in the points table, we are the second lowest scorers with 51.
Wow.
The lowest scorers are Aston Villa with 48. For context, Brighton have scored 63. Tottenham, for all their bullshittery, have scored 65. Liverpool 67. Newcastle 63. I'll not even tell about how many goals Arsenal and City have scored because it'll be a slight on us. It'll be an insult on us. So we've scored 50. We have let in 41.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be conceding 57 goals this season. So that's fine, which is an improvement compared to last season where we scored.
And the thing is, when कि जो हमने goals concede किए, they've come in bunches.
6 against City, 4 against Brentford, 7 against Liverpool, 3 against Villa.
20 हो गए, ये 20 हो गए. So that's like 4 games in 20. Hence why we have conceded so many goals and have the most number of clean sheets. It's also another clean sheet. Wow, nice.
16 clean sheets.
It's good, David Dyer doesn't even deserve one finger of that golden glove, but he deserves it for all the years that he deserved the golden glove.
There was one, in the 15-16 season, I think, where we lost to who do you say? We lost to West Ham in that season, remember? Where Champions League qualification was in our hands.
Yeah.
So in that season, it was the last game of the season versus Bournemouth or something, I guess, where all De Gea had to do was keep a clean sheet. And in 90 plus 4 to win the Golden Glove, it was 90 plus 3 or 90 plus 4, Smalling scores an own goal.
Yeah.
The rage on De Gea's face at that point was like he would absolutely murder Smalling, but he managed to keep his calm there.
There's this stat, so like this win makes it the 4th most number of wins we've ever had in a season at Old Trafford.
Yeah, we've lost only one Premier League game at home. That was in the opening day of the season at Brighton.
But it's like pure victories, so like that's nice. So we've had 27 in 2002-03, 26 in 10-11, 25 in 7-8, of course, all Sir Alex,
and 24 now. 25, okay.
So that's things.
So we can
How many
make
home
it
games do we have now?
2 more. So we can make it 27 potentially.
Oh, we should. Had we had the Europa, 28, 29 और हो जाते.
But we lost only one game, no, in the Europa also at home.
Yeah. No, I'm saying now, like अगर हम semi-final में होते, we could have had one more victory, right?
We didn't deserve to go through based on our performances.
Yeah,
it's better
पे
to.
इस बार final कौन सी जगह पे है?
Hungary, Budapest.
All right.
Istanbul for Chelsea, Champions League. Why am I saying Chelsea? Istanbul for Champions League. I thought it would have been shifted from Istanbul because of the earthquakes and stuff that took place. But UEFA have been gracious enough to let them host the Champions League final because the hosting had already been taken away from them twice in succession. It was supposed to be there. It was supposed to be there in 2020, but the COVID pandemic happened, so they didn't happen. It didn't take there. It was supposed to happen in 2021 again, but then they shifted that again and took it to 2021. Where did it happen? 2020 happened in Portugal.
Okay. Lisbon.
Because of
Yeah.
the Lisbon. 2021 also happened in Lisbon, I think,
Let me
and then
check.
2022 happened in France. Both the
Hmm.
times, yeah. So Istanbul was stretched. 2 साल उनको बढ़ा के फिर
Right.
अब final. So I think they didn't want to give it. They didn't want to take it away from them for the third time
Yeah.
successively. So they were gracious enough to let them host it.
Anyways, bhai, good stream. Good. Loved the
Great,
game
great.
with you, yaar.
Lovely game. Yeah, man, it was
Yeah.
interesting. I think should
Yeah.
do it more often. I think we have two more
Yeah.
home games. Hopefully, one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I think one game. I think we can do this game and maybe the final game of the season. We'd
Hmm.
rather do the final game of the season. Makes it very interesting so that we keep a track. If the
कुछ
title
जुगाड़
race
रखना
does,
होगा यार for this 30-second barrier.
if
It's causing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
maybe I'd watch that game on Hotstar as well.
You love
So
Hotstar.
yeah, I do. I do.
हाँ तो उस पे देखो ना यार.
बट इस बार
हाँ.
ओके अभी तो हॉटस्टार पे ही देखना पड़ेगा तो मल्टीपल मैचेस देखना है
हाँ.
ना हमको फाइनल डे ऑफ द
हाँ.
सीजन एक डिवाइस
Yeah.
पे थोड़ी ना
Yeah.
एक मैच देखेंगे तीन
Yeah.
चार
Yeah.
देखेंगे
Yeah.
साथ में
Yeah. Yeah. Full trading setup.
full.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this watch along of United versus Wolves on MESC Red Devils NCR. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for letting us know what is in the your opinions in the comments. So, all in all, a great stream. Do join us. Do show us love by liking and subscribing to our channel. Also, do not forget to press the bell icon so that you're notified for each and every video that comes out from our channel. Do follow us on socials. We are active on Instagram and on Twitter. The link is in the description below. Apart from that, we are perpetually active on WhatsApp. The atmosphere finally is a sigh of relief in the WhatsApp group after this victory. The clouds of despair have risen. So there is a little bit of happiness, and you can join in, be a part of our ever growing family as well. Till then, this is Delvin and Antariksh wishing all of you good night. Do take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon on the other side with another episode. Till then, it's goodbye and GGME to all guys.
Take care. Take care.